Union territories.
Yes.
Lord, this is, according to me, Lord, the bulk of people topping the exam. Because if I have the 100 questions, I have the paper, obviously.
Now,
Now,
just one
my
thing we
group
wanted
has
to
the
ask you.
paper,
In
it
this
would be a
top
bulk
100,
of people
do we
topping
have
the
any
exam. Because if I have the
students coming from,
questions, I have the
say,
answers,
Hazaribagh?
obviously. Yes,
But
I'll
now
show
one
everything.
thing we wanted to ask
Yes, yes,
you,
yes, Manoj.
in this
And
top
I will also
100,
show what
do we
was the
have any
position.
students coming from, say,
Yes,
Hazaribagh?
yes,
But
I'll show
also
everything.
like
We have done
yes,
an
yes, yes,
exercise, and I will also show
as to what
was the
was the
position of
speaker,
those centers
Hazaribagh?
in 2022, what I have also
2023,
done, we have
and
done an exercise.
2024.
Whether there is any
what was the
marked
position of
jump
those
or
centers
rise in 2022,
that would be a
2023,
only
indication
and
for
2024.
deciding cross country
Whether there is any
impact, if at
marked
all there is
jump
any
or
impact.
rise,
Lord, we have
or
filed,
not.
my lord,
that would be a
the only indication
submissions, my lord.
for deciding
Lord, it
cross
is
country
mailed to your lordship, but I
impact,
can
if at
already
all there
refer
is
any
any
impact.
impact. Lord, we have filed, my lord, submissions, my lord. Lord, it is mailed to your lordship, but I can, for ready reference, I can. I have, my lord, the hard copies as well.
Located. Can you repeat submission?
I have, my lord, the hard copies as well.
Located. Can you repeat submission? Yes.
Lord, I would start from, Lord, how the examination is conducted. There is a concept called percentile, and there was a confusion. I would confusion remained, and unfortunately, young children are, Lord, unnecessarily tense. There is a concept called wrong percentile, and there was a confusion. The narrative was that confusion remained, and unfortunately, young children are, Lord, unnecessarily more than 30 candidates because of wrong narrative which is going on. The general impression was that for centers like Rajkot, admission, more than 30 candidates in the course of your choice qualified. Lord, general impression was always if you are qualified, you are getting admission system of in the medicine. Coming to a figure called percentile. A percentile is a figure. There has always been, get the result here also. It is fed into the computer system. Coming to a figure called percentile. That we want percentile is a figure. After we get the result, it can be 70 depending upon the nature. The computer system. In this exam, it has always been that 50%. We want 50%. So it gave us the figure of 164 depending upon the nature. But it merely means this exam, it has always been 50%. That out of 24 lakh students, the figure of 164, 23 lakh something. It merely means 24 lakh parlance. That 12 and a half lakhs would be below 164, taking a rough figure, and 12 and a half lakhs would be above 164. Out of 24 lakhs students, those who are above 164, 12 and a half lakhs would be below 164, and rest of them 12 and a half lakhs would be above 164. So all those who are above 164 get admission are qualified, and rest of them are not qualified. So all those 12 and a half lakhs would not get admission.
164 out of 72.
For the purpose of qualification, I'll tell your lordship the reason why this is done.
50th percentile is 164 out of 72.
For the purpose of qualification, I'll tell your lordship the reason why this is done.
Is always taken as a 50th percentile or what is it?
Percentile, yes.
Year on year.
Year on year, Manoj. Last year it was 137.
Is always
Which
taken
indicates
as a 50th
that this year, percentile, yes, number
year
of students increased year on year. Number two, last year it was 137. Batch of students of 24 lakhs that this year little more hardworking increased. Number two, maybe this batch of students of 24 lakhs. And third was little more hardworking. Syllabus was not sliced down. But nothing turns on that, Manoj. And third, last time it was one third. So 12.5 lakhs syllabus was not sliced down. Seats are 1 lakh and 8,000. But nothing turns on that, Manoj. Why this was required to be done? So 12.5 lakhs are qualified. Seats are 1 lakh and 8,000 only. Why this was required to be done?
So 12 lakhs to 12.5 lakh students.
No, it was noticed years back, and therefore qualified. That's some. I'm sorry.
So 12
Roughly,
lakhs
12.5 is.
12.5 lakh
I have
students
taken the
are
figure of 24 lakhs. It is
50th
23 lakhs, and therefore qualified. 37, whatever. I'm just for the purpose roughly, of 12.5 is. I have taken the figure of 24 lakhs. It is 23 lakhs something. 37. Why this was required? Just for the purpose of years back, it was found that some private medical colleges, your lordships are aware, Malod, there are some management seats. Why this was management quota seats? Malod, years back, it was used to be filled up by private medical colleges. Your lordships are aware, Malod, there are some management seats. Therefore, Malod, this system was introduced. They used to be filled up by people who are not percentile qualified, who got 50 marks or 70 marks. Therefore, eligible this system was admitted either in medical, come out with either in government medical percentile or in private medical qualification. So now, even a private medical eligible to be admitted either in management quota, either in government medical college or in private medical college. So now, than 12 even a private medical because they are not medical in their management quota had cannot take 30 people who are qualified less than 12 lakh 50,000, meaning thereby they are not 12 lakh. So Rajkot had 30 not people who are qualified. Lord, we have done that analysis. They were above 12 lakh. Please see page 13 of Lord, my not note. That they will get admission. Lord, we have done that analysis just to remove that narration. Lord, my learned friend has very fairly not argued this my note. But please see 13. Just to remove that narration. I have given my learned friend has very fairly not argued this issue. I have gone please see 13. From top to bottom. That's why, my lord. First, are also I have given Malod, your lordship sees right hand side. I have gone Bhavnagar. From top to bottom. Total appeared 500 and 5,800 are also Malod coming greater or equal to 164. Gujarat 4,606. Total appeared for success ratio 5,800. Meaning thereby success greater or equal to 164, not admission. 4,664%. Therefore, success ratio. Next is Andhra Pradesh, Vijayawada for being declared qualified, not admission. And Gujarat, Rajkot, 80.34%. Andhra Pradesh, Tanuku, next is Andhra Pradesh, Vijayawada goes on and on. And Rajasthan, and I'm not taking your lordship to Gujarat, Rajkot, entire country and entire Tanuku, etc., etc. It goes on and on. And I'm not taking your lordship through every city, the entire country and entire city wise.
For every
city. No, this is done city. City. But
every
center wise also wherever they have.
City or state, how does it work? For every
city. No, this is done city wise. City wise, but center wise also wherever they have. But it is city wise arranged in descending order. City wise or center wise.
Bhavnagar is the city.
But it is city wise arranged in descending order. This is only to remove an impression that those.
How many cities totally?
571.
So this data
is only to remove an impression that those cities, 569. I stand corrected. 569. 571. We have centers
so
at some other countries also. For example, 569. I stand corrected. Serial number 569. Dubai. Lord, we have centers. Dubai has a center. Some we other countries also. For example, Singapore. 13. Including the serial number 6. Dubai. Dubai has a center where we conduct the exam. Muscat, Singapore, including them also, the total cities, I'll treat them as city, it is a center. Yes. So 569, adding them also, the total cities, the lowest them as city, Chhattisgarh, it is a center. 569, Narayanpur with 8.6%. The lowest is Chhattisgarh. This is the limited purpose, Manoj, to show Narayanpur more number of people getting qualified doesn't mean that they are getting admission.
Right. They are just above the
This
50th
is the
percentile,
limited
right?
purpose.
Yes, they have crossed 12 lakhs
that
marks.
more number of people
kindly now
getting
come to
qualified
page
doesn't mean that they are
28.
getting admission.
They are just above the 50th percentile, right?
Yes, they have crossed 12 lakhs
13,
marks.
1, 3,
But kindly now
and
come
it
to
goes
page
on till
28.
27. Annexure B, my lord.
This
It's not
annexure A
annexure A,
began at
annexure
what
B.
page? So I
13, my lord. 1, 3, and it goes on till 27. Annexure B, my lord. It's not annexure A, annexure B. It goes on till 27. I'm not, my lord, reading, it's not necessary, my lord, but descending order, we have given, my lord, the number of students who it goes on till 27. I'm not, my lord, reading, it's not necessary, my lord, but descending order, we have given, my lord, the number of students who qualified.
maybe up to 72%. Maybe up to 72%.
But, but, But the moment your lordship goes further, the lordship would realize, my lord, that how that number also decreases, those who are likely to get admission. But the moment your lordship goes further, the lordship would realize, my lord, that how that number also decreases, those who are likely to get admission. Lord, your lordships would find judger at page 14, my lords. Serial number, Lord, your lordships would find judger 69 at page, it has 59%. Serial number, students qualify 69, it has 59%. Students qualify. Yes. Lord, before I take your lordships to the next annexure, Lord, kindly allow me to place only one fact, Lord, which is an accepted fact in public domain. Lord, there are certain
Lord, before I
centers
take your
like
lordships
Kota,
to the next annexure,
Sikar,
Lord,
Kota,
kindly allow
in
me to
South,
place only one
Rajkot,
fact, Lord, which
there are
is an
several
accepted
centers
fact
which
in
are
public domain.
hubs. But there are certain
of
centers like
competitive
Kota,
examinations,
Sikar, coaching
Kottayam
centers,
in South,
Rajkot. There are
Lord,
several
the word
centers which are
generally, my lord, the
hubs
newspapers have
of
used factory
competitive
is possibly
examinations,
taken from a
coaching
recent
centers.
web series, Kota Factory. My
They
lord,
are
the
hub
word which
spots
generally, my
for
lord, the
coaching
newspapers have
centers
used
for
factory
entrance
is possibly
examinations
taken from a
or
recent
other
web series,
examinations
Kota
like
Factory.
UPSC.
They are hub spots
Kota is considered to
For
be the
coaching
best in
centers
UPSC,
for
but
entrance
UPSC, Neet,
examinations or other examinations like
IIT,
UPSC.
JEE,
Quota is considered
several
to be
competitive
the best in
examinations.
UPSC, but UPSC,
Which are the
Neet,
quotas?
Quota, Sikar,
IIT,
Kottayam,
JEE,
several competitive
Namakkal
examinations.
in Tamil Nadu,
Which are the quotas?
Rajkot in
Kota,
Gujarat,
Sikar,
Kottayam, Namakkal in Tamil Nadu, Rajkot in Gujarat.
Yes.
Well, there are several coaching centers, several hostels, right from those who cannot afford, they would have their hostels.
Yes.
Those who can afford,
There are
they can
several
have flats,
coaching
they can
centers,
hire flats,
several
there are PG
hostels,
accommodations,
but
right from
essentially
those who
the
cannot
entire
afford,
economy is
they
on
would have
students.
their hostels.
They are
Those
given
who can
question
afford,
papers,
they can have
every
flats, they
alternate
can
day.
hire flats.
Some
There
dummy
are PG
paper would be
accommodations,
formed
by the
essentially
coaching
the entire
classes,
economy is on
and
students.
they would be asked
They
to
are
appear
given
in that
question
examination.
papers
They are
every
trained
alternate
how
day.
to attempt
Some
those
dummy
questions
paper
where you
would
are
be,
very confident.
formed
Thereafter,
by the coaching
to examine
classes,
the questions
and
where you
they
have
would
to
be asked
give
to
a
appear
little
in that
time,
examination.
how
They
to
are
avoid
trained.
negative
How
marking,
to
etc.
attempt those
So when
questions
a
where you are
child
very
sits in
confident.
the thereafter
Actual
to
examination,
examine the
it is
questions
his
where you have to
201st
give a little
examination.
time,
Hypothetical.
how to
Because
avoid negative marking,
students
etc.
would really be
So when
sitting
a
at
child
those
sits in the
would not
actual
necessarily be
examination,
students
it
who are
is his
domiciled in that.
201st
They will be
examination.
coming from
Hypothetical.
outside. Because
All
students
they
who
are
will really be
mostly
sitting at
outside.
those centers
Mostly
would
outsiders,
not
because now
necessarily
this
be
has become a
students who are
competitive
domiciled in that.
field.
No. They will be coming from outside.
Parents,
They are
send
mostly
their
outside.
children. Whether
Mostly
I am
outsiders,
preparing for a
because now
civil
this has
service
become
or
a
I am preparing for
competitive
NEET
field.
I'll go
So stay there for a year.
Parents
I'll have
send
coaching.
their
I'll have a
children.
PG accommodation.
Whether I am preparing
hostel
for a
accommodation,
civil service
etc.,
or I am
etc.
preparing for
And
NEET,
this is going
I'll
on.
go stay there for a year. I'll
Since
have
many
coaching.
years.
I'll have a PG
But
accommodation.
still there is
hostel
no
accommodation,
alarming
etc.,
rise
etc.
from
And
last
this is going
year's
on to this year.
Since
Just
many
I wanted
years.
to say that example
But
of
still
seeker
there
quota,
is no
etc.,
alarming rise
may not
from
assist your
last
lordships
year's
to arrive at a
this
correct
year.
conclusion, because
But just I
they
wanted
are
to say
sui
that
generis
example of seeker
centers.
quota, etc.
What I would
may
get
not assist
say,
your lordships to arrive at a correct conclusion, because
Jamnagar in
they
Gujarat,
are sui generis
some
centers.
better
What I
training
would
is
get
imparted in
at
quota,
say
or in Sikar, or
Jamnagar in
in
Gujarat,
or in Namakkal, etc.
some
etc.
better
training is
that also
imparted
now
in quota.
what we have done is that
Or
I
in
have told your
Sikar, or
lordships
in
which,
Kottayam, or in
number of
Namakkal,
students
etc.,
are
etc.
above
12 lakh
but
50,000,
that also
and
now
which are
what
below.
we have done
Now
is
we forget
that
those
I
who are
have told
below.
your lordships which
Out
out
of
of number of students are
above
12
lakh
lakh
50,000 and which are
that is
below.
above
Now we
percentile,
forget
and
those
who
who
are
are
qualified.
Out
How
of
many students were qualified
12 lakh
last,
50,000
getting admission
that is
last
above
year,
percentile,
last to
and
last
who are
year,
qualified
and this year?
How many
Whether there is any
students were
unexplainable
qualified
spurge,
last,
where
there is
getting
any
admission last
increase,
year, last to last year,
or
and this
any
year?
shocking,
Whether there is any unexplainable spurge,
development,
there is
that
any
exercise we have done, which
increase,
your lordships would find
or
at page
any
28.
shocking
Development, that exercise we have done, which your lordships would find at page 28.
ऐसे को देखते हैं तेरा काम में देखता हूँ होती है
My lord, your lordships would find the title is Table Showing City-Wise Success Rate. My lord, your lordships would find the
And if your
title
lordships
is
were to
Table
see, my
Showing
lord, the
City-Wise Success Rate.
subtitle,
One is state, another is city.
and if your lordships were to see, my lord,
Number
the
of candidates appeared in
subtitle,
2022. One is
lord,
state,
the fourth column.
another is city.
your lordship gets that.
Number of
Number of
candidates
students
appeared in
2022.
2022. Number of
Lord, the
top
fourth column.
1,08,000
Your lordship gets that.
in that year.
Number of students appeared in 2022.
Then number of students appeared
number
in
of
23. 1,08,000.
Similarly, number of
in that
top
year,
10,800.
then number
Then
of
say
students
your
appeared in
semester success
23.
rate, that is above the 50th.
Similarly, number of top
it has to.
10,800. Look, these are
Then
all
say your
students
semester
who
success
fall
rate, that is
within
qualified.
1 lakh, no, not, they are
no,
qualified.
it has
they
to.
are in 12 lakh 50,000.
They
Look,
will be
these are
within the
all
1 lakh
students
1 lakh
who
8,000.
fall within
Qualify.
Exactly.
1
I'm
lakh,
great-
no,
I'm
not,
grateful
they are
to that.
qualified. They are in 12 lakh
They
50,000.
will be within the 1 lakh 8,000.
1 lakh 8,000.
Exactly. I'm grateful to your lordship.
Yes, yes, percentage will be. Yes, yes, percentage will be. Thousand consists of 56,000 government colleges and
52,000 private colleges. I must tell your lordships one more thing.
56,000 government colleges.
Just to, my lord, give your lordships the correct
And
feel. What is the
52,000
pan
private
India
colleges.
impact?
I must tell your lordships one more
I have
thing.
not
Just to, my lord,
deducted
give your lordships the
reserved
correct
seats. Feel. What is the
Reserved
pan
seats,
India
my lord, would-
impact?
the success rate would
I
be,
have not
my lord,
deducted
almost
the
half.
reserved seats.
While I'll tell your lordship, my lord, out
Reserved
of
seats,
100
my lord, would
seats, the success
50
rate would
seats
be,
are reserved.
my lord,
SC, ST,
almost half.
OBC, and
While
economically
I'll
backward
tell your
class.
lordship, my lord,
These
out of
are done, my
100
lord,
seats,
at the state level
50
also.
seats are reserved.
And some states,
SC,
or
ST,
maybe all
OBC,
states, and
some
economically
states at
backward
least
class.
have
These are
domicile
done, my lord, at the
reservations.
state level also.
So out of
and
100
some
states,
states,
the general
or maybe
category
all
students,
states,
depending upon, my lord,
some states at
which
least have
category they belong
domicile
to,
reservation.
their available seat
So
might be
out
only
of
45
100
out
seats,
of 100. The general category
But
students,
without
depending upon,
touching
my
that,
lord,
out
which
of 1
category
lakh
they belong to,
80,000,
their available seat might be
4030
only 45 out of 100.
but without touching that. So that
Out
if
of
we
1 lakh
count that,
80,000,
19.12
4030
would go almost
to 10%
success rate, my lord, at an all India
So,
level.
if we count that,
Lord,
Lord,
this
similarly,
19.12
now see,
would
my
go
lord,
almost to
first
10%
is Sikar, I have read,
success rate, my
Lord,
lord,
Andhra Pradesh,
at an
Tanu,
all India level.
total
Lord,
970.
similarly,
Two students
now see, my
appeared
lord,
in
first is
2022.
Sikar,
I have read, Lord, Andhra
Your
Pradesh,
lordships, can we
Tanu,
correlate with the
total
heading?
970 two students appeared in
Total
2022.
179
In top
Your
1
lordships,
lakh
can we
80,000.
correlate with the heading?
8,000.
Yes.
So, entitled to
Total
get admission subject to
179
reservation, etc.
in top 1 lakh 80,000.
Similarly,
8,000.
in 2023,
So,
entitled to get
total
admission subject to
168 students
reservation, etc.
and entitled within 1 lakh 88,000
Similarly,
is
in
213.
2023,
This
total
year,
168
total students
students
appeared is
and entitled
1,007
within 1 lakh
and
88,000 is
entitled are
213.
171.
This year,
So
total
it is
students
lower than
appeared
the
is
last year.
1,007
And entitled are
even in Sikar,
171.
2022.
So it is lower than the
The
last year.
success rate was 24.02, which
Even
is
in
now
Sikar,
down to 19.22. 2022, the success rate was 24.02, which is now down to 19.22. Patna or Hazari? Patna or Hazari? The rank. The rank. पटना का कहाँ पे है? पटना का कहाँ पे है?
factual
please come to, my
clarification.
lord.
Just one factual clarification. My lord, there are 5 other courses which are admissions happen from the same entrance
please come to, my
examination.
lord.
Just one. So the total number of seats are about there are 5 other courses
and
which
the
are
rank for
admissions
admission
happen
goes
from
up
the
to
same
12 lakh
entrance
from the
examination.
same NEET
So the total
examination.
number
Here
of
we are
seats
talking
are
only of
about
MBBS,
3 lakh,
but there are
and the
BAMS
rank
for admission
dental
goes
and
up
all
to
other
12
allied
lakh
courses
from the
For
same
them
NEET
the
examination. Here
50th
we are talking
percentile is
only
not
of
applicable.
MBBS,
applicable.
but
No,
there are
everyone will have-
BAMS and dental and all other allied
the
courses.
rank goes
For
up
them,
to
the
the
50th
last
percentile
course.
is not
The
applicable.
rank
No,
goes
applicable.
up to
No,
12.
everyone will have-
Applicable.
No, no, it
It's
can't
not
go to
but
applicable.
but only
the
rank
rank
goes up
Vary
to
from year to
up
year,
to
I
the
think.
last
Yes,
course.
yes.
Last
The
year
rank
it was
goes
about
up to
12
12
lakh.
lakh.
Last year it was
No, no,
about
it's
12
not
lakh.
go
For
to
the
applicable.
50th
Only
percentile
talking
is applied
about
as a qualification for all courses.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
Last year
Yes,
it
yes,
was
yes.
about 12
All
lakh. Last year
BDS,
it was about 12 lakh.
But the
BAMS,
50th
whatever.
percentile is
But
applied
he
as a
argued on
qualification
medicine,
for
therefore
all
I am
courses.
giving
For
medicine.
the
Yes, yes,
interest,
yes,
it's a
yes,
matter
yes.
of interest.
All BDS,
This was
BAMS, whatever.
when we get
But he
Hazaribagh,
argued on medicine,
Patna,
therefore I wanted to show. Madam, kindly come to page 30. Page
this
30.
was when
They
we
are
get
at
Hazaribagh,
51502.
Patna,
I wanted to show, Madam, kindly come to page 30. Bihar, Patna, the sixth they are below at 51502. Madam, that is the their success rate is 5.53. Patna, the sixth from this below. But see, Malod, the earlier success rate, their success rate has remained consistent, 5.53. 2 or 3% plus or minus. But see, Malod, the earlier success rate. It has remained consistent. It would depend upon the 2 or 3 caliber of each batch plus or minus. Is everywhere. Examination, and obviously, etc. It would depend upon the caliber of each batch.
7.74 and 5.5.
Yes, the 20 examination, it was 8.9, etc. 23 it became 7.74, and this year it is 5.5. The 22 it was 8.9, 23 it became 7.72, and this year it is 5.53. Fourth from top. Now please come to 32, Hazaribagh. Fourth from top.
Yes,
Page 32, fourth from top, my lord.
7.2, 6.06
And this year 4.61. Page 32, fourth from top, my lord.
7.2, 6.06
And this year 4.61 only. Belgavi, Belgavi.
Yes.
And my lord, I'll also show Belgavi, where my lord, one of the students who is
Yes.
my lord stated to have failed. And my lord, I'll also show Belgavi, where my lord, one of the shifted to Belgavi students who is my lord page 39. My lords. My lord, the impression one gets is that she shifted all the way from Gujarat to Belgavi, because Belgavi there was a huge potential for one gets is that she shifted or something all the way from Gujarat to Belgavi, because Belgavi there was a huge potential for the success rate is 2.5 copying or something.
Exactly.
Please
Ah,
come
yes,
to
got it.
39. Lord, 7 from the Belgavi bottom. Belgaum. The success rate is 2.5%.
2.05. Exactly. Ah,
Yes.
yes, got it. Belgaum.
Lord, so one would not go from Gujarat to Belgaum. Maybe some personal reasons I have not examined. But their success rate is 2.05. So one would not go from Gujarat to Belgaum. Maybe some personal reasons I have not examined. But their success rate is 2.05. Nobody would go at a center Lord, similarly, I forgot, my lord, to show that to your lordships, my lord, in the annexure B. Lord, that percentile. Lord, similarly, Lord, I forgot, my lord, to show that to your lordships, my lord, in the annexure B.
1.7.
Lord, that percentile. I am showing percentile. Those who are above 12 lakhs. Bihar and Hazariganj, my lord, please come to page 17. Lord, 191. 17. No, this is, I am showing percentile. This is those who are above 12 lakhs. Rank it 191, Patna. There, Lord, 191. Qualifying rate, my lord, success rate is 49.22. So it's ranked at 191, Patna. 191, serial number 191. Qualifying rate, my lord, success rate is 49.22.
Success rate is, when did you get that?
Bihar, Lord, Patna, 191, serial number so 191, appeared, page 17.
Patna.
So many is
Success
cleared.
rate is,
So many
Bihar
became
Patna,
eligible, means more than so many students appeared.
49.22.
49 so cleared. So many became eligible, means more than one. Similarly, 64. If your lordships were to 49 point, show, next page, Jharkhand, Hazaribagh, 216. If your lordships were to permit me to show, next page,
Jharkhand Hazaribagh. It is 47.68.
49.22.
Yes, Manoj. Page 17. It is 47.68.
17, right?
17 is Jharkhand Hazaribagh.
49.22.
Sorry,
Yes,
18. Page 17. Page 17. Your lordships are right.
Page
Patna, Bihar
17,
is
right?
page 17 is Jharkhand Hazaribagh. Sorry, 18. And your lordships would find
Page
the
17,
average.
your lordships are right. Patna, Bihar
Next is
page 17.
above that is Punjab, 49.23. And your lordships would find the average.
49.11.
Next
Gujarat,
is
49.10.
above that is Punjab,
Jharkhand,
49.23. Below that
They are
is
in that
Chhattisgarh,
bracket. They are not in the
49.11.
highest bracket of
Gujarat, 49.10. Jharkhand,
80+.
49.07.
Then next page,
They are in that bracket. They are not in the
serial
highest
number
bracket of
216.
Jharkhand,
80+.
Hazaribagh. Then next page, Manoj. Their success rate is
Serial
in
number
the sense of
216.
Lord
47.68.
Jharkhand,
Yes,
Hazaribagh.
47.68.
Their
That
success
they are
rate is success
above
rate in the
160.
sense of
Yes, yes, you got
Lord.
it. 47.68.
Yeah, 46.6.
Now,
Now, Lord, having
47.68,
shown this
that is, they are
annexure B and
above
C,
164.
Yes,
Lord,
yes,
please come to. Now, my Lord, having shown this annexure B and C, Lord, please come to. Yes, sir. Last page, no, last. Lord, page 48. Yes, sir. Lord, page, no, last. Cities which were mentioned
Lord,
before your
Lordship,
page 48.
48.
48, annexure E. Lord, what your lordships have seen
cities
up
which
till
were
now
mentioned
is
before your
city-wise.
lordships, my lord.
Page
Now
48.
the
48,
cities
annexure
which
E.
were
Lord,
placed for your
what your
lordships
lordships have seen
consideration
up till now
based
is
on some
city-wise.
assumption, presumption without
Now
any
the evidence
cities
or
which
even
were
convincing
placed for
material
your
on
lordships
record. We have
consideration
done that
based on
center-wise
some
also.
assumption, presumption
Without any evidence or even convincing material on record. We have done that center-wise also.
State, we can ignore that, my lord, because it is Rajasthan.
Sikar, my lord.
City
Yes.
is Sikar. For example, this is Sikar. Fourth
First
column is
is
state. We can ignore that, my
center,
lord, because it is Rajasthan.
Gurukul International
City
School.
is Sikar.
Total 715
Fourth column is the
students appeared in
center.
this
Center.
Gurukul International School.
Rank within
Total
first
715
is 101
students appeared in this center.
The
Rank
success ratio
within
is
first
14.13.
56,000 is 101 students.
And rank within
10 lakh 8,000.
the success ratio is 14.13.
1 lakh 88,000
And
is
rank
152.
within
Their
10
success
lakh
rate is
8,000.
20,000.
81.26%.
Sorry, 1
But
lakh
this is again
88,000
without considering the
is
reservation.
152. Their success rate is, if we count the
21.26%.
reservation, it would be
But this is again without
perhaps,
considering the reservation.
half. Subject to, if we
Count
count
this
the reservation,
101
it would
or
be
152
perhaps, my lord,
also may have some candidates
half.
who are entitled
Subject
to the
to,
benefit of
my lord, this
101 or 152
Similarly,
also may have some candidates
next is
who are
Lord
entitled to the
Polkaji
benefit of
Shikshan Sanstan.
reservation.
Success rate is 20.9.
Totally
Similarly,
in Sikar, in the 56,000,
next
how
is
many
Lord
students and how many
Polkaji
percent?
Shikshan Sanstan. Lord success rate is center wise
Totally in Sikar, in the 56,000, how
is
many
on
students
the
and
last
how many
column.
percent?
Lord percentage center wise
Total your lordship is page 28.
is on the last column.
Lord, total your lordship is page 28.
Your lordships have seen page 28.
The success rate is
Your lordships have seen page
19.22.
28.
Right.
The success rate is
Sikar is
19.22.
19.22.
But please see, my lord, the previous year, 19.19.
Right. Total is 11.99 and
22. But please see, my lord, the previous year,
Your lordships
19.19.
are at page.
So 11.99% in the first 56,000, 19.22.
Yes.
And 19.22 in
Your
the
lordships are at
52,000
page.
seats. So 11.99%
In 1,08,000.
in the first 56,000, government 1,08,000.
Yes, yes.
And 19.22
But your lordships
in the
asked me
52,000
the
seats.
total in Sikar city in 1,08,000. That is at page 28, your lordships have seen.
That
Yes,
I saw.
But your
It
lordships
is
asked me
19.22.
the total
Yeah,
in
last
Sikar
year
city.
it was
That is at
19.90.
page 28, your lordships have seen.
Right, that I saw.
Slight
I saw it later.
increase.
It is
And
19.22.
in 2022,
last year
it was
24.19.
19.19.
So it has decreased year
Slight
by year.
increase. And in 2022, it was 24.0.
So it has decreased year by year.
16 students from Seeker
And for 600, there were 4,000. I'm giving everything, Mr. Hegde.
Right.
You-
This, Mr. Solicitor, this year, 27,000.
I'm giving everything,
students
Mr.
applied
Hegde.
52. Right.
52.
So this,
That's
Mr.
exactly what figures
People
are.
in the 56,000, 27,262, which is 11.99%.
52.
And
That's
total
exactly
one
what figures
people
are.
in the 5,000, were
32,
3,262, which is 11.99%.
So about 19.22.
And the total 1,08,000, 5,232.
32.
About 19%.
So about 19.22%.
When this plea has been raised, it's something.
Lord, if you page 48 onwards, seeker, if your lordship sees the success ratio center-wise, it is between 18 to 22.
Lord, if you page 48
Sometimes
onwards,
it dips, it never
seeker,
goes up.
if your
Please see,
lordship
Lord, it
sees
is the success ratio
21.26,
center-wise.
20.98,
It is between 18 to
22.31,
22.
etc., my lord.
Sometimes it dips,
at
it
serial
never goes
number
up.
20.
Please see, my lord, it is
21.26,
where it is 8.86%, but it has never
22.31,
seen
etc., my lord. It dips
any
at serial number
unusual
20.
Page 53, we have quota.
where it is 8.86%, but it has never
Similar, my lord.
seen
Quota, my lord, after the
any
results.
unusual.
There was an article, my lord,
53
recently
we have
in one of
quota.
the leading
Yes.
newspapers that after the results in
Similar, my lord.
quota,
Quota, my lord,
land
after the
prices,
results,
property prices
there
in
was
Sikar
an
have
article,
gone
my
up.
lord, recently
Not
in
that
one of
students
the
or
leading
parents buy
newspapers,
properties.
that
People
after
buy
the results in
property for being
quota,
rented or for
land
using it as
prices
a
or
PG.
property prices
Because
in
quota
Sikar
is
have
now
gone up.
not doing well
Not that
as
students
compared
or
to Sikar.
parents buy property.
Not that that's
People
my
buy
argument. Just as
property for being rented or
it was
for
yesterday
using
only
it as a
this,
PG.
article
Because
came. Quota is now not doing
Now,
well
Lord,
as compared to Sikar.
I'll just
That's
take
not that
example
decimal
of
of
argument.
first.
Just
Quota,
as a,
Lal Bahadur Shastri. It was yesterday only this
476
article
appeared.
came. Rank
Now,
within
Lord,
first 56,028.
I'll just take example
And
of
I'm
first.
not counting
Quota,
Lord,
Lal Bahadur
reserve
Shastri
categories.
477. I'm
6
counting
appeared.
everything to be open. Just
Rank
to
within
show
first
to your lordship that there is
56,028.
no, and I'm not counting, my lord, the reserve
Marked
categories.
spike, which can
I'm
lead to
counting
any
everything to
conclusion.
be open, just to
And it has
uh,
remained
show to your
constant, my
lordship
lord,
that
since last
there
3
is
years.
no
With variation of plus minus
marked
2 to 3
spike,
percentage, which can lead to
and
any
success
conclusion.
ratio is
And it has
5.88%.
remained constant, my lord, since last 3 years. And rank variation
within,
of plus minus 2 to 3 1,88,000 is
and
52.
success ratio
And
is
success ratio is
5.88%.
10.92.
And if your lordship sees
And
the
rank
last
within
column, success ratio in each of the centers
1,88,000 is
it remained
52.
almost
and success
consistent.
ratio is
10.92. And if your lordship sees the last column, success ratio in each of the centers, it remained almost consistent. Yeah, my lords are on some page, Manoj. I can. I'm sorry. Yeah, my lords are on some page, Manoj. I can. I'm sorry. No, similar is Kottayam at page 56. These are all high-ranking, my lord, centers. No, similar is Kottayam. Lord, I'm not at page 56. These are all high-ranking, my lord.
What is same now? Now, what is the next
centers.
thing that you want to show us?
Lord, Rajkot, if your lordships can
Let's
see.
see
my lord.
Rajkot.
Lord, I'm
Rajkot is
not,
about 5.22%
Lord,
and 10.77%.
Yes,
Wasting
my
your
lord,
lordship's
as a
time.
matter of fact,
Yes,
but
we've
the
seen
first
now. Now, what is the next
56,000,
thing that you want to
it
show
is
us?
my lord,
Rajkot, if your lordships can
3%,
see.
1%,
Rajkot is about
4.21%.
5.22% and 10.77%.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my
So
lord,
average
as a
is,
matter
Manoj,
of fact,
5.22
56,000,
and
it is my lord,
10.77%.
3%, 1%, 4.21%.
Now your lordships, my lord, kindly come to
Page
yes,
8 of
so
this
average
submission.
is, my lord, 5.22
Yes.
and
Lord,
10.77%.
there was
Now your
Lord,
lordships, my lord,
opening of
kindly
the
come
window.
to
Page
first
8
of
of
all,
this submission, lords.
Page 8.
Yes. Lord, there was Lord, opening of the window. Lord, first of all, we received several representations by mail, emails, that we are unable to log in or we are unable to register ourselves because of some technical
we received
glitches,
several
etc.
representations by mail,
Eventually, when
emails,
we open the
that,
window for some time,
we are
it
unable to
results
log in
into
or we are unable
more
to
number of
register
candidates
ourselves because
being
of
given
some
an
technical
opportunity to
glitches, etc.
compete. That
does not,
eventually,
my lord,
when we
lead to
open
any
the window for
inference
some
even
time,
remotely
it
of
results
any
into more number of
wrongdoing.
candidates being
But
given an opportunity to compete. What was not
that
pointed
does
out to your
not, my
lordship
lord,
is,
lead to any
out
inference
of
even
total
remotely
23
of any
lakhs 50,000
wrongdoing.
odd students,
But
those who what was
changed,
not
those who
pointed
use
out
this
to your
window for the
lordship is,
purpose of changing
out of total
their center
23 lakhs
are 14,000.
50,000 odd students, those who
14,000 changed. Those who use this
546
window for the purpose of changing
out
their
of
center
approximately
are 14,000.
24 lakhs.
Not 14,000 applied
14,000
for change of city.
546. Rest of them were unable to register
out
themselves
of
and therefore they
approximately
registered
24
themselves.
lakhs. Now, what will be the impact of this for change of city? We have also
Rest of
examined.
them were unable to
14,000 as
register
compared to
themselves, and
24
therefore
lakhs
they is a minuscule
registered
amount
themselves.
figure. Now, what will be
But
the impact of this
if they go
14,000?
for the purpose
We
of
have
any
also
undue
examined.
or illegal
14,000
benefit
as
to a
compared
new
to
center,
24 lakhs
Lord, we have done
is a
that
minuscule
exercise at
amount.
page 8.
Figure. Correction window allowing
If they
change
go
of
for the
exam
purpose
cities,
of any undue or illegal
14,546
benefit to
applied
a
for
new
change.
center, Lord, we have done that exercise
These
at page
14,000
8.
candidates are distributed
Correction window allowing
amongst
change of exam
4020
cities,
centers
14,546
in applied for
557
change.
cities.
These
Lord, if there is
14,000
a
candidates
possibility
are
of one
distributed
center or one
amongst
city
4020
offering
centers
some illegal
in
reward,
557
it would be
cities.
the concentration on those
Lord, if
city
there
or
is a
cities.
possibility of
But
one
these,
center or one
Lord,
city
out of 14,000
offering
some
they are
illegal reward,
distributed among
it would be the
4020
concentration
centers
on those city
and
or cities. But
557
these
cities
throughout the country.
out of 14,000.
Maybe their personal reasons, but
They
whatever.
are
My lord, we
distributed
cannot
among
examine those
4020
questions. My lord, we are dealing
centers
with 24 lakh
and
students.
557
So why they are wanting to shift
throughout the country.
we can't go into, and we
Maybe
need
their
not go
personal
into the
reasons,
reasons.
but whatever, my lord,
We cannot examine those questions, my lord. We are dealing with 24 lakh students. So why they are wanting to shift, we can't go into, and we need not go into the reasons.
But do you, as NTA, do you ask these students to apply for a change of centers to furnish a reason or that they furnish documents? But do you, such as the Aadhaar card, otherwise suppose the students suddenly, students to apply for a change of centers to furnish a reason or that they furnish documents registered as the Aadhaar card. Otherwise, suppose a student suddenly, because a student has been pursuing a 15 class there. Otherwise, already when a student originally applies for a change, registered for any documentation or any reasons for the change, because a
My
student
lord,
has been
to my
pursuing a
knowledge,
15
no.
class there. Or it is entirely, otherwise you can change, you can apply for any center in the country.
Any center in the country, that's the choice.
For the change.
And any
My lord,
city,
to
not,
my
not center
knowledge,
is
no.
not the choice.
Or it is entirely,
City is the choice,
And we respect that choice. Center in the
and
country,
we don't
that's the
sit in
choice.
appeal over whether your
And any city, not
for
center is
change
not the choice,
Center is
is
allocated.
justifiable or
city
not.
is the choice, and we
what
respect
point of
that
time,
choice,
Mr.
and we don't sit in appeal over whether your
was.
request for change
into the request
is justifiable or
one
not.
day or request
No, no,
came
no,
at
no,
one
no, my
point
lord.
of time
Please
to
come to
Mr.
page 7.
Between which date to which date?
18th March to 20th March
Only for one day or?
and 11th March to 12th March. Please come to page 7. 11th April to 12th April. 18th March I have mentioned those dates. 20th March and 11th March to 12th March. 11th April to 12th April. I have mentioned those dates.
Cities also, a choice of cities regardless of your domicile, and therefore change is also
I
permitted.
can, for the reason, my lord, my domicile can be XYZ, but I am in Kota, or I'm
Cities
studying
also, a
since
choice
last
of
1 year,
cities
2
regardless
years
of your
in
domicile, and therefore
Sikar.
change is also
Then
permitted.
I may not
For the
have
reason,
any
my
identity,
domicile can
any
be XYZ, but I am in
proof or
Kota,
proof of my
or
domicile.
I'm studying since last
Lord,
1 year,
transfer
2
of
years
government
in,
officers, parents
Sikar.
are transferred.
Then my,
Lord,
I
etc.,
may not
etc.
have
These are
any
the-
identity,
there can be
any
very varied
residential
reasons,
proof
my
or proof of my
But
domicile.
in absence of
Lord, transfer
any,
of government officers,
parents are
spike
transferred,
that because
Lord,
of
etc., etc. These are the shift
there can be
or
very
transfer
varied reasons,
was
my
to 2 or
But
3
in
centers
absence
only,
of, my lord,
where
any,
there was a sudden spike.
spike,
Mere
that
change
because
of
of
city may not lead to
the
any
shift
cross
or
country
transfer
manipulation. Was to 2 or
And
3
therefore, my
centers
lord, we
only,
have said
where
that
there
out
was a
of
sudden spike.
14,000
Lord,
students
mere
who for
change
their
of
own
city may not
reasons,
lead
which we have
to
not
any
examined, cross country
short transfers and were granted,
and therefore, my
their
lord, we have
success
said
rate is
that out of
6.46%.
14,000 students who for
And they
their
were
own
transferred
reasons,
throughout
which
the
we have not
country.
examined,
Short
557
transfers and were
cities.
granted, their success rate is 6.46%. And they were transferred throughout the country.
557 cities.
33 students came to Hazaribagh, 637
Yes,
came
my
to
lord,
Patna,
yes, my lord.
and 24 came to Godhra.
Correct, my lord. And
33
Godhra, my lord,
students
the
came to
performance is
Hazaribagh.
nobody is getting admission.
637
Yes,
came
my
to
lord,
Patna,
from
Hazaribagh, and 1 candidate came to Godhra.
Correct, my lord. 622 And Godhra, my lord, the
success
performance
rate is 3%.
nobody is getting
Out
admission.
of 637
Out of 32
candidates
appeared from
who
Hazaribagh,
appeared in
only
Patna,
one
only
candidate
35
scored
scored
more
more than
than
577,
22,
corresponding to 1
that
lakh mark.
success
That
rate
also
is
without
3%.
considering the
Out
reservation.
of
Out of 637
Otherwise, my lord,
candidates
this
who
figure
appeared
of
in Patna,
35
only
will come
35
down to
scored more
20,
than 577,
roughly,
corresponding to 1
depending
lakh
upon
mark.
reservation. That also without
And
considering
17
the
candidates
reservation.
score more than
Otherwise, my lord,
622, that is
figure of
corresponding to
35 will come down to
56,000 rank.
20.
So
Roughly,
the success rate is
depending upon
either
reservation, 5.5%
and 17
or
candidates score
2.7%.
more than 622, that is corresponding to 56,000 rank.
In the
So
entire
the success
city.
rate is
And Patna
either
has 5.5% or 2.7%. 70 centers, 70. 70. I'm Lord, in the entire city. And Patna has,
more than the
Lord,
56,000 mark.
so they'll get
70 centers,
not in
70.
government college.
70.
I'm
They'll
Lord, I have
get
prepared
possibly in a private college, but even government college,
So 17 candidates
so they'll
scored
get
more than
not
622
in
marks, corresponding to
government
they
college.
would
Get government college.
they'll
But
get
subject to
possibly
the
in a
reservation.
private college, but even government
If
college,
those 17
candidates
are
scored
also,
more
some
than
of them may be from
622
reserve
marks,
category.
corresponding to
They would get government college, but subject to the reservation. If those 17 are also, some of them may be from reserve category, but we cannot. Lord, one more figure. Lord, one more figure. Hazaribagh में total 2733 appeared. Hazaribagh में total 2733 appeared.
Lord, may permit.
Now, did the number of candidates who appeared this year increase?
But please see, my lord, page 10. We have given that analysis also. Page 11.
10,
Page 11.
Lord,
Sorry.
may permit.
Now, did the
10
number
is
of
11,
candidates who
Hazaribagh.
appeared this year increase?
But please see, my lord, candidates. 10. We have given that
48,000,
analysis also. Page 11.
43.
Page 11. Sorry, my lord. Number of centers 70. Hazaribagh. And out of 48,000 candidates, 48,643. Number of centers 70. And out of 48,000,
Last year, how many
Lord,
candidates
this,
appeared from Patna?
My lord, 40,000, page 30, my lord.
Last year,
40,000,
how many candidates appeared from Patna?
my lord, 40,000, 901, page 30, my lord. 40,000,
Where do you get that page 30?
901. 30, my lord, from, my lord, fifth or seventh line from
Where do
the
you get that page
bottom, my lord.
30?
Bihar, 30, my lord, from number of students appearing in 22, fifth or 7,000, fifth or seventh line from the bottom, my lord. No, Bihar,
yes.
Patna, last year 40,901, number of students appearing in 22. It is increasing, my lord. 34 becomes 40 and then becomes 40. Yes. Last year 40,901.
So that increase is also, my lord, proportionate every year.
It is increasing, my lord. 34
becomes 40 and then becomes 48. So that increase is also not proportionate every year. Same is the same is the but there is an increase 2022 to 2023 to 2024 in almost all cities. And proportionate increase. There is, for example, Hazaribagh, 2022 to 2023 to 2024 column from the top. In almost all cities. Hazaribagh in 22 and proportionate increase. For example, Hazaribagh, if your lordship were to see in 32, then fourth column next to next column, candidates Hazaribagh 1963. The candidates appeared where this year it became 27,000 in 22. Then next to next column, the success ratio candidates became 4.63. It's not as if they were this year it became to get 27,000 benefit. Otherwise, my lord, the success ratio would have, but the success ratio jumped is 4.61. It's not as if they were going there to get which I have some undue benefit. Otherwise, my lord, the success ratio would have. The success ratio in Patna is 5.5. If we go by, my lord, your lordship may kindly see. I have your lordship Hazaribagh first 10 and 11, my lord. 10, page 10. The success ratio in Patna is 5.5. 33 candidates. If we go by, my lord, your lordship may kindly see. 4.6% Hazaribagh first 10 are within 1 lakh 8,000 out of 2,733 candidates. Half of which, according to my calculation, 4.6% because of the reservation are within one. To, they also being lakh 8,000 bracket. From the category, half of which, according to my calculation, would not get because of the reservation. For government seats, the success ratio in Hazaribagh is 2.1% from that category. That again, without counting the category, not entitled for reservation. And for government seats, the success ratio in Hazaribagh is 2.1%. That again, without counting the reservation. And page 11, please see the chart which we have, my lord, placed for your lordship's consideration. This is center-wise chart. And page 11, please see the chart which we have, 1.1 placed for your lordship's consideration. 1.2. This is center-wise chart. The success rate is 1.1. If we go by 3.8, 1.2. Yes. But St. Xavier's has 6.2. So it is between 3 to 7. If we go by substantially consistent. Yes.
One thing
but St. Xavier's has 6.2.
The reference point they have taken out for
So
this
it is between 3 to 7.
They start with 12 lakh.
Substantially
then sometimes
consistent.
they come to reference point is 1 lakh 8,000. Sometimes reference point is 56,000. Sometimes reference point is the marks above 622. Come to reference point is 1 lakh 8,000. Anywhere whatsoever. Sometimes reference point is 56,000. Sometimes reference point is the marks above 622. But this will not lead us anywhere whatsoever. This is all wherever put in here and there and they say normal. The haystack doesn't seem to be a reference point and present this data. Lord, a haystack and 1,000 needles put in here and there and they say the haystack doesn't seem to be imbalance. Please.
Lord, the petitioners. We have taken 56,000 and 1,08,000 because the petitioners argued only on that basis. That 600 marks, then I'll not get it. More than 600,
we have
I'll
taken
get it,
56,000 and
Please now, Lord, last
1,08,000
come to
because the
page
petitioners
47.
argued
Lord, I
only
have
on
given
that basis.
That 600
cumulative
marks,
chart.
then I'll not get it.
What
More
would be
than
the
600,
position
I'll
of
get
the
it,
person,
etc.
of a
Please now, Lord,
student
last come to page
who gets a
47.
particular mark?
Lord, I have given
A
and
cumulative
please come to
chart.
the last
What
column,
would be the
Lord,
position of
at
the
serial
person,
number
of a
115,
student
who
just to
gets
give a broad
particular
mark?
outline.
150.
And please come to the last column, my Lord.
The
At
student
serial
who
number
will get
115,
600, just to give a broad outline.
What do you mean by cumulative
115 cumulative frequency means, my Lord, this is where he would
the
stand.
student
Out
who
of
will get
1,88,000.
600
So
will
he would stand
be
at serial serial number.
cumulative frequency means, my Lord, this is where he would stand out of 1,88,000. So he would stand at serial serial number.
Serial number one. Oh, right, those are 61 toppers.
Yeah, yes, my Lord. It includes them.
Cumulative includes the 1561.
Yes.
What does that mean? We deleted the 71 came
number.
down to 44.
But-
Oh, right, those
No,
were 61
yes,
toppers.
yes,
That's
my
right.
Lord.
Plus,
It
my Lord, when
includes
we
them.
see
Sorry,
600,
initially it was 67.
1563.
When
Yes.
you deleted the 7 down to 44.
Judge deleted.
No,
Right,
yes,
it came to
yes.
61.
When you come out
Plus,
of
my Lord, when
Chhattisgarh
we
now,
see
come
6
to Haryana,
Initially it was
then
67.
come to India.
When you deleted
I learned
the
friends, I understand his love for
1563,
Chhattisgarh.
Judge deleted.
But he has to come
right,
out of
it came to
Chhattisgarh now.
61.
When you come out of Chhattisgarh now, come
Buddhism,
to Haryana,
loyalty,
yes,
then
yes,
out of
I
India.
respect that. I learned
So
friends, I
out of-
understand his
out
love
of
for
the Chhattisgarh.
cumulative,
Then
but
out
he
of
has to
the-
come
out
out
of
of Chhattisgarh now.
61, 44 as we were told. Are
Yes, yes,
people who
I
get,
respect that.
full marks for option. Out of
Yes,
out of
look,
the-
cumulative,
then
which,
out of
what,
the-
my lord,
out of
what
the
I say,
61,
cumulative frequency.
44 as we were told. Are people who get treated as a correct full marks for correct answer?
Yes.
Will eventually
And my
get
lord,
17
which, what,
students
my
who have
lord, what
got
I say,
720 out of 720.
cumulative frequency.
So if
Possible,
the
yes.
option 2 is not treated as a correct answer, we'll eventually
But
get
that-
17
okay, but
students who have
that
got
doesn't lead to
720
any
out of 720.
malpractice. I mean, that's a different question. Possibly, yes.
If you take away those 4 marks
But that,
Sorry, option 2.
that
for
doesn't
option
lead to
2,
any malpractice. I
and
mean,
you
that's a
add
different
one
question.
more negative mark. If you take away those 4 marks
So they'll get 715.
for option
17.
5, and then they rank accordingly one
adjusted.
more
Adjust.
negative
Because
mark.
If
So they would
what
be at least
Sukriti
5
argued
marks
yesterday
less.
is right, so they'll get 715 from
715, and then their rank would
Lord,
accordingly
there
be
is
adjusted.
one,
because they yesterday, of course, what Sukriti argued yesterday, she's right. Then they will be.
Lord,
down
can we
from
complete
seven- there are-
this,
there
Lord,
are
rather
4
than going into that
Lord,
area?
there is one
4
and yesterday, of course, we had the figure also, option 2 was their answer. And those
Lord, can we
4,20,000
complete
there are-
this,
there are
Lord, rather
four
than
full
going
marks.
into that
Lord,
area?
I'll
73
Lord,
Lord,
assist
assist you.
Of course, we don't answer that right now. You won't know. Option 2 was their answer.
Because
And those 4,20,000
Miss
were
Tanvi
given
Dubey,
full
Lord,
marks
in
for
the
that.
morning
Lord,
called me to intimate,
Of course,
to
we
inform
don't,
me that
answer that
one
right now. You won't know.
boy or
We
girl,
would-
Lord, has approached her that she has got
Lord, in the morning,
called me to intimate,
720
inform
out of
me
720.
that one
So for her, that
boy or
marks,
girl, Lord, has
we go to
approached her
715.
that she has got.
Absolutely.
I said that you move the
Seven-
court and whatever your. I'll make my
720 out of
submission on
720.
that question.
So
For
for
Can we
her,
hear you
that
for
5
that girl,
marks,
huh?
yes,
We go
yes.
to 715. Give us the
15.
name of
So,
that girl and what you are arguing.
I said
because we
that
like
you
to
move
hear
the
you,
court
because
and
we have a
whatever your.
representative from
I'll
that.
make my submissions, Lord, on that question.
Can we will hear you for that girl, huh?
Lord, please
Yes, yes.
see,
Give us the name
115,
of
what
that
I
girl
mean,
and what you are arguing, because we like to hear you,
cumulative
because we have a representative
frequency.
from that.
Lord, when I say that I got 600 marks,
Lord,
above
please
me,
see,
115, what I mean,
persons, my lord,
cumulative
individuals
frequency.
with
Lord,
601
when I
mark
say
also.
that I got
Hypothetical
600
figure,
marks,
30 is
above
hypothetical
me,
figure,
because every mark,
have 30 persons, my lord,
every figure
30
has more
individuals
than one
with
student getting
601
those
mark
figures, Lord,
also.
in
Hypothetical
a span
figure,
of
30 is
24 lakhs. hypothetical
Now, when
figure.
you
Therefore,
go to serial
every
number 2 of
mark,
the solicitor, 716
every figure
marks,
yes,
has more
cumulative
than one
frequency is
students getting those figures,
671.
my Lord.
correct, my lord.
In
So
a
this will
span
include
of
71
24
will
lakhs.
include the 61.
Therefore,
61,
Number
yes,
2
yes,
of the
yes, yes.
solicitor,
That is cumulative.
716 marks.
Yes.
Would cumulative frequency is 771.
Correct, my Lord.
Yes.
So this will include 71. will
Accordingly,
include
when
the
we were
61 and
considering
61.
the
Yes,
figure
yes,
of
yes,
600, that is cumulative.
71 people would be would rank 16 and above as the
Yes.
71st candidate.
So accordingly, when we
Yes,
were
Your Lordship,
considering
sir.
the figure of
or
600,
between 61 and 71.
depending upon, my Lord,
would
what is
rank
the upper
as
position,
the
it would be a
71st
total
candidate.
reshuffle.
Yes,
Your Lordship, sorry, correct.
or between 61 and 71.
14
Depending
at
upon my lord,
item
what
one,
is the upper position.
then
It would be a total
44,
reshuffle.
no, 10 people at 716, 14 and at item one, 288 then 44 those.
They would be directly
for
impacted. They
people.
would be directly
10
impacted. They will
people
go
at
down.
716,
And interestingly, they
uh,
are taking 622
288
as the
plus
mark for the
whatever those.
56,000.
They would be
So it is
directly
44
impacted.
That
They
will
would
get
be
us cell
directly
number
impacted. They will
93.
go down.
Correct.
And interestingly, they are taking 622 as the mark for the 56,000. 8,000 is that will get us cell number
130.
97.
Correct.
130.
570.
That's how we get
Yes.
it here.
This is
And
what we have done.
1,08,000 let us see now.
Lord, few more, my lord.
1,08,000 is
Lord, 130, 130,
130. You can take it at your own time, but we'd like you to show us
This is
the
what we have done.
1563 candidates.
Lord, it's few more, my lord. Lord, we have prepared
Now,
it
we'd like
yesterday, my
to,
lord.
you can take it at your
It
own
was
time,
there, my
but
lord,
we'd
but
like you to show us the 1,563
Yes, my lord,
candidates.
but yes, we have done a little
It's there.
better
Lord, we have
exercise.
prepared it yesterday, my lord.
It's here.
It was there, my lord, but
Page
I think
8
that
bottom, my
page
lord, your
11
lordship
over
may
yes, my
kindly
lord,
see.
but
We have done a
Page
little
eight,
better exercise. But
156.
Lord, they were, your lordships are aware, page
they were
8
given
bottom, my lord,
grace
your
marks
lordships may kindly
initially,
see.
what was termed as
Yes.
compensatory
Yes.
marks.
156.
Lord, they were, your lordships are aware,
They were given grace
thereafter,
marks initially,
retest
what
was taken.
was termed as
They belong to how
compensatory
many
marks.
centers?
I'll just, my lord, there is another, my lord,
And thereafter,
six centers,
retest
my lord.
was taken.
6.
They belong to how many
I'll give the
centers?
details, my lord, the center-wise also. I'll
From
just, my
6
lord,
centers.
there is another, my lord,
And these were the
156
candidates
centers.
who were given
6.
compensatory marks because they were
I'll
given
give the
the wrong
details,
paper.
my lord, the
Because
center-wise
they
also.
could not
From
get
6
3 hours,
centers.
20 minutes, full time.
And these were the
156.
candidates who were given compensatory marks because they were given the wrong paper.
No, because they could not get 3 hours, 20 minutes full time.
And why did they not get the full time?
There are different reasons, but essentially because of the wrong paper being given
Right.
initially, paper being taken up, and
They were given either the Canbank paper
and those
Different
or maybe
reasons,
also
but
different
essentially
medium of instruction.
because of the
that
wrong
is only
paper
one
being
case,
given
that is one
initially,
case,
Savai Madhopur.
paper being taken up, and
They were
rest
given
are,
either the Canbank paper
and those
or maybe also
Well, when
different
we are
medium of
dealing with-
instruction also.
that is only one case.
That
That
can't be
is one
because
case.
our
But
court
there
has
is
permitted
Savai
it.
Madhopur. There is none.
We
Rest
dismissed
are,
the requisition.
no,
We did not. Yeah, we didn't dismiss the
Your
requisition.
Lordship, we did
when
not.
we are dealing with,
Permitted it.
The challenge
That
was
can't be because our
to
court has
grant
permitted
of
it.
compensatory
We
marks.
dismissed the request.
So we pointed out,
No, we didn't dismiss the
Your
request.
Lordship,
No,
we are
not
holding a
allowed
fresh
to
test.
permit
So
it
court
to
said
say.
the
that
challenge
question
was
does not
to
arise. That's
grant
test
of compensatory marks.
Right.
So we
23rd
pointed out
of
But we are now holding a-
June.
now we are holding a
24.
fresh test. So court said now that question does not arise.
But-
That's
But
the,
out
test
of
held
1563, only
813 appeared.
23rd of June 24. But out of 1563, only 813 appeared.
an option of not appearing. And my lord, I must tell you, nothing would turn on this, my lord, but as a piece of information, why, my lord, out of 1563, only 813 appeared? And my lord, I must
suppose
tell you,
I am a
nothing
student.
would turn on this, my lord.
I
did not get half an hour. Why, my lord, out of 1563, only 813 appeared? I completed my paper, say, in 2
suppose I am a
hours.
student.
I'm a brilliant student.
I did not get half
I
an
may
hour.
not choose to go for
out
and
of
take
3
my
hour,
chance in the
20
retest.
minutes.
Therefore,
I
the option was
completed
that
my
either
paper,
you
say, in 2
accept
hours.
your result.
I'm a brilliant
of
student.
Less I may not
time
choose to go
performance.
for and take
Or
my
you are
chance in the
given an
retest.
option of
Therefore,
appearing again.
the option was
Lord,
that rest
either
of them
you
accept
chose
your result of less
Because
time.
some may be meritorious, but we can't compel
Or you are
them.
given an option of
Marks were
appearing
then
again.
withdrawn. Nobody then
Two
got
of
the
every
rest
of them
those who
chose.
to stand by their original result. That was the
Because
original
some
result
may be
minus the
meritorious,
marks.
but we can't
compensatory
compel them.
marks.
Marks were then withdrawn. Nobody then
Two
got
of everyone.
those who chose
So
to stand by
the
their original
student will
result.
have a choice
That is the original
that
result
minus
the
compensatory marks. I am getting this much. I have performed well. So
why should
the
I take a
student
chance
will have a
or
choice
gamble by
that
appearing
minus
again?
compensatory mark.
It was a
I
gamble.
am
He could
getting
have
this
got
much.
more.
I have performed well.
So why should I take a chance or gamble by appearing again? It was a gamble. He could have got more.
Compensatory marks which were given, was it uniform for everyone?
Uniform.
How many marks were given?
Uniform. Proportionate formula. There was some formula as per
Compensatory
CLAT.
marks which were given, was it everybody got the same compensation? How many marks?
Same methodology was applied.
Same methodology.
Same
So
methodology.
based on what they had
Formula. There was some formula as
Scored
per
and the
CLAT.
time lost.
But everybody got the same 4 marks or 5 marks.
No, not a fixed
methodology
figure.
was applied.
The system applied was
Based
same.
on what they had scored, the same formula was
Scored
applied.
Same
and the
formula.
time
I'm
lost.
sorry.
Everybody
Yes.
depending on like 4 marks or 5 marks.
No,
Everybody
not
get
a
the
fixed
same
figure.
compensatory.
The system applied was same, but
Maybe
whatever
that's
was
how
given,
the same formula was applied.
same
So I had
formula,
to
I'm
appear
sorry.
result, or
Yes.
depending on how much compensatory
minus
marks.
compensatory
Everybody didn't
marks.
get the
Yes.
same compensatory.
So
marks.
out
The
of
same
those,
principle was
and
applied.
156,
Whatever was
813
those students have
appeared.
either had to
They may not
appear
have fared well, my lord, in the
or have
first.
the original result
So
minus
out
Minus
of 156,
compensatory.
3 candidates. So out of
1563
those,
candidates,
1563,
as on
813
30th June,
appeared. They may not have fared well, my lord, in the first.
26 candidates
So
have
out
scored
of 156,
equal to or more than
577. 1563 candidates, that is corresponding
as
to
on
1,08,000
June,
mark. And
26
success rate is
candidates have
1.7%.
scored
And
equal
out
to
of
or
this,
more than
11 have scored
577.
equal to or more than 620. That is corresponding
Plus,
to
those who
1,08,000 mark.
remain didn't
And
take the new
success rate is
examination.
1.7%.
How many of
And
them
out of
got
this,
more than 622?
11 have
Those
scored
who
equal
didn't
to or
take
more
the,
than
yeah,
622.
Plus, those who remain
Your Lordship, it would be an interesting
take the new
figure.
examination.
Because
How many of them got
maybe
more
they
than
didn't
622?
appear because
Those who
they
didn't
had
take the
more than
assessment,
60.
then they felt that they had done well.
Your Lordship,
They
it
have
would
done
be
well.
an interesting figure. Because
And my 6,
maybe they didn't appear because they had more than 60.
I can prepare
They
it
felt
and
that
give
they had
it.
done well enough.
They have done well.
And my 6,
7 out of it.
I can prepare it and give it to your Lordship. Lord, because I may get, Lord, so for example, I have got 600 marks without compensatory. I might feel that if I reappear, I might come down to 550.
Lord,
So I
because
don't take a
I
chance.
may get
whatever,
so
for
admission
example, I have
get
got
wherever
600
at
marks
600, I'll take that.
without
They took that
compensatory.
chance.
I might
And
feel that if I
success ratio
reappear,
is
I might come down to
1.7%.
550. So I don't take a chance that whatever
1,08,000 I'll get wherever
and
at
0.7
600, I'll
This
take
is the
that chance. They
1563
took that
now we've
chance.
done.
and success
Now,
ratio
the
is
next area?
1.7%.
Yes. Lord,
In,
next area before I take your Lordship
1,08,000
to the
and
This
0.7.
is the
things. Would your Lordships
1563
like
now
to
we've
see, my
done.
Lord, the investigation?
Now, the next what about area?
Yes.
since we are
Lord,
looking
next
at the
area
data,
before I take your Lordships
what
to
about
the
those
other
who are given the Kanban paper?
things? Would your Lordships like to see, my Lord, the investigation?
Now,
Lord,
what about
those-
the,
Lord, what happened
since
was,
we are looking at the
as I have
data,
said, my Lord, we are dealing
what
with
about those who are
4750
given the
centers.
Kanban paper?
Human errors do occur in few of the centers. Lord, those, Lord,
One human
happened
error
How
was,
many
as I have said,
centers
my Lord,
was
we
the
are dealing with
Kanban paper given?
4750 centers.
Let's
Human
we are
errors
prepared.
issue.
We have
do
got
occur
under
in few of the
clarity on
centers.
that actually.
We have undertaken
One
that
human
exercise.
error
How
was,
many centers was
Lord,
the
yesterday
Kanban
night.
paper given actually?
Lord, there are two
We
categories.
have prepared.
We have undertaken that
clarity on that
exercise.
actually.
We have undertaken that exercise. Lord, yesterday night. Lord, there are two categories.
Just one second.
मेल कर दे संजय को. संजय,
Just one second.
संजय करे. मेल कर दे संजय को. संजय, संजय करे. 4 of this.
Para 3 also. At how many centers?
Neet UG were Canara Bank questions booklets distributed. Question papers
4
from
of
Canara
this.
Bank were distributed at
Para
12
3
centers.
also.
But
At how
kindly
many
see, out of
centers?
4750, Neet UG were
Out of
Canara Bank questions
12
booklets
centers,
distributed.
4 centers
papers from
replaced the
Canara Bank
question
distributed
papers
at 12 centers.
with State Bank of
Kindly
India
see, out
question
of
papers.
4750,
Thus, 8 centers
out of
the questions
12
papers from
centers,
Canara Bank were used.
4 centers
Lord,
replaced
rightly
the
or
Canara
wrongly,
Bank
they took
question
the decision
papers
that having
with
given
State
a wrong
Bank of India
question
papers.
now let them complete
Thus,
3
8
hours and
centers,
20 minutes.
the questions
With
papers
the
from
wrong
Canara Bank were
question.
used.
Wrong in the
Lord,
sense
rightly or
that
wrongly,
it
they
was
took
the
the
decision
SBI
that
and not
having given
Canara.
a wrong
With
question,
the
now let them
difficulty
complete
level
3
being the
hours
same.
and 20 minutes with the wrong question. Wrong in the sense that it was SBI and not Canara, with, my lord, the difficulty level being the same. Lord, whoever approached Lord, whoever approached
How many qualified candidates answered the Canara Bank question bank?
Yes, but 3307. And we have given center wise.
How many qualified candidates
And
answered the
serial
Canara
number
Bank question
7
bank?
would, my lord, yes, but 3307. The candidate of the above referred centers who answered Canara Bank center wise were evaluated based upon the respective answer serial number 7 would, my lord, out of 3307. The candidate of the above referred centers who answered Canara Bank were evaluated based upon the respective answer key of Canara Bank. And 17 have scored more than 622. 59 candidates have scored more than 1.7%, and corresponds to 1,08,000. These are the 17 where have scored more than 622. That is respectively 1.7%. Took a decision that all right, I have brought a wrong question paper, but let them complete now. These are the students where the
3,307
center superintendent took a decision that all right, I have brought a wrong question paper, but let them complete now. Within 3 hours. My lord, my learned friend, my lord, mentioned that this key was never uploaded. That is factually not correct, my lord. Serial number 8. The answer key of Canara Bank question paper, my learned friend, my lord, also uploaded on that 3rd this June. Key was never uploaded. That is factually not correct, my lord. Serial number 8. The answer key of Canara Bank question paper were also uploaded on 3rd June. On the basis of the answer, model answers from Canara Bank.
On the basis of the Can Bank, 7 candidates are not assessed on the basis of they have been graded and assessed on the wrong.
On the basis of the answer, in a sense, wrong, but yes, Canara Bank. But both were correct. But
307 candidates are not assessed on the basis of SBI, but the wrong. Now,
in a sense, wrong, but yes, the report of the expert is that the difficulty level of both the question papers are same, and that is always one of questions are prepared. So that one question paper is not more difficult than the other. That the difficulty level of both the question papers are same, and that is always one of questions are prepared. So that one question paper is not more difficult than the other.
in the SBI lot, I mean,
Remaining, my lord, 99%.
yeah. What is the success rate for the in the SBI lot for I mean 622
remaining,
and above?
99%.
Yeah. What is the success rate for the
But if your lordship sees
622
para
and above?
2, perhaps, my lord, of this. No. But if your lordship sees para, well, in the main perhaps, my lord, of submissions, my lord, if your lordship comes to page 2. Well, in the main written submissions, my lord, if your lordship comes to page 2. 4 point.
Yes.
Page 2 of the original, first this is total. The total number of candidates appeared is 23,33,162. The cutoff marks of candidates, page 2 of the original, first which I saw. The total number of candidates appeared is 23,33,162. This is the correct figure. Cutoff marks of candidates. So the cutoff mark whose rank is within 1 lakh 8, where I'm roughly using 24, is 577, accurate figure, which is 4.6%. So the cutoff mark, whose rank is within 1 lakh 8,000,
get at
is
least
577,
marks.
yes, which is 4.6%. And
4.6% get at least 577 marks.
2.4%.
Which is 622 marks. Is how
And-
many is 2.4%?
4%.
6,000.
2.4%.
The rate is 1.7%, which is 622 marks. Is how many is 2 point? So the Canara Bank
4%.
success rate is low. So really speaking, then
maybe the
together
student-
rate
the
is
caliber of the students also
1.7%
needs to
and
be lower.
0.5%.
Correct.
So the Canara
Because
Bank
when
success rate is lower.
when the papers are set, the experts are told to set it in such a way that since we have to give last minute option, because when the both must have the same difficulty. The papers are set, my lord, the experts are told to set it in such a way that since we have to give last minute option, both must have the same difficulty level.
Obviously,
I
two
must-
sets of question papers, the instructions to the paper setters that set them at the same level of difficulty.
We have, my lord, after paper setters, we have
Of course,
moderators.
nothing can be absolutely perfect, but there'll be some
I must-
moderators who do even the moderation
Moderation of the question paper, and for
we
we have moderating the question paper of
nothing
both
can be
Canara
absolutely
and
perfect,
State
but
Bank,
there'll be
we
some
have the same
moderators who do
moderators.
even the moderation
Of the question paper,
question paper
and for
distributed in the first place.
moderating the question paper of
Lord,
both
I'll answer.
Canara
Here in
and
the
State
first
Bank,
two
we have the
who
same
authorized the
moderators.
city coordinator
Yes,
for
sir.
collection of funds? Canara Bank
Lord,
question
please see,
paper distributed
city
in the first
coordinator
place.
is authorized by DG
that's
and
Lord,
TA
I'll
in
answer.
writing.
Said here
The
in the first
authorization
two
letter
who authorized
contains
the
the
city
name,
coordinator for
photograph,
collection of funds?
and signature of city
Lord, please
coordinator,
see,
duly
city
authorized by
coordinator is
DG and
authorized
TA.
by DG
I
and
must tell
TA
your lordships,
in
my lord,
writing.
this authorization letter
digitally,
contains the name,
because it's impossible
photograph,
to send
and
personally
signature
to
of city
4,750
coordinator,
students.
duly
So he has
authorized
to
by
take a
DG and
printout.
TA.
So he can
I
have
must tell
two
your lordships, my
printouts.
lord,
Now, this is to
goes
enable him to produce the
digitally,
authorization
because it's
letter to the
impossible
bank
to send
and to
personally
ensure
to
that the bank can verify
4,750 students.
that the same
So he has to
authorized
take a
person has
printout.
come to
So
collect.
he can have two printouts.
It is responsibility
Now, this
of
is to
city
enable him to
coordinator
produce the
distribute the
authorization letter
respective
to the
trunks
bank
and to
containing
ensure that the
booklets,
bank can
each of
verify
which are
that the same
individually and
authorized person
collectively
has come to
sent
collect.
to the respective
It
centers.
is responsibility
This
of city
handing
coordinator
over-
to
handing
distribute
over
the
by the
respective
bank
trunks
to city
containing
coordinator is
booklets,
recorded,
each
in
of
CCTV.
which are individually
As per
and
the
collectively
practice, the
sent
city
to
coordinator
the
goes
respective centers.
along with center
This
superintendent
handing
as well
over
as
by
an
the bank
independent
to city
neutral
coordinator is
observer
recorded in
appointed by
CCTV.
NTA.
As per the practice,
center,
the city coordinator
the observer
goes
is appointed
along
for
with
each
center
center
superintendent,
who is generally
as
a
well
principal
as an
or a
independent
lecturer of the
neutral
nearby
observer
educational institutions
appointed by NTA
Every center
for
has
each
one
center.
observer.
So in the
The
morning of
observer
the
is appointed for
examination,
each
the
center
DG
who is
NTA
generally a
would
principal
indicate which
or
is
a
the,
lecturer of the nearby
set, which set,
educational
the Can Bank
institutions.
set or the SBI
Every
set to
center
the
has
examination.
one an
That
observer.
in the morning of the examination, coordinator, the
Correct.
DG NTA and the city coordinator would indicate which is the set, which set is the Can Bank set or the SBI set to be taken.
Yes, but he has two options.
That message is
Either he
passed
can
on
go
to
and
the city
collect everything and
coordinator.
distribute.
And the
But
city
generally
coordinator
practice
in
is
turn
he calls every
relays it to the,
center superintendent
to the center,
and the
center
observer.
superintendent.
Yes,
To
but he has
come.
two options. Either he can go and
They go
collect
together
everything and
and take
distribute
their respective
But generally
trunks.
practice is he
But
calls
when
every
that is done,
center
some
superintendent
chaps went to,
and the observer
got the
to come.
Can Bank.
Your lordships are absolutely
They go
right,
together
but
and
I put
take
it
their
that way, my lord.
respective trunks.
But then
He may
that is
he
done.
may be having, my lord,
Some chaps went to
both.
got
Lord,
the Can Bank.
the
authorization, my lord,
absolutely
is not
right,
bank
but
wise.
I put it
Authorization
that way,
is person wise.
Mr.
X
he may
is
be having, my
authorized.
lord,
But the banks are informed
both.
by the DG NTA in the morning that
The
look,
authorization,
we
my
are
lord,
using
is not
the,
bank
we are
wise.
using the
Authorization
SBI
is
option.
person
My lord,
wise.
lacuna, I will
Mr.
not,
X
my lord,
is authorized.
But the banks are informed
say
by
anything wrong
the
before your
DG NTA
lordships.
in the morning that look,
This
we are
should
choosing
be introduced. The bank
we are
should be
choosing the SBI
instructed.
option.
Both banks should be
I
instructed
will not,
that
my lord,
you give and you
You
don't
not give.
say anything wrong before
Because
your
this should
lordships.
be, this
This
centrally
should be introduced.
circulated
The
to
bank
Can Bank.
should be
I mean, Can Bank this time.
both
That
banks
look,
should be
your
instructed
paper is to
that
be now
you give
maintained in,
and you
will
don't
not
give.
give. safe custody in the bank itself. You will not centrally circulate it to Can
And
Bank.
SBI should be
Can Bank
told
this
that
time,
you don't give
that
it somebody
your,
else.
your paper is to be now
And only
maintained
SBI
in,
papers will be
in
distributed.
But Lord, kindly
safe
examine from
custody
this
in the
point
bank
of view,
itself.
out
You
of
will not distribute that
4,750
information.
centers,
SBI should be told that you
rest
don't
of the
give it
person,
somebody else.
except this four, five
And only SBI
instances,
papers will be
rest of the
distributed.
persons understood the training correctly. They are trained that you have to go to the center, you are informed in the morning except this four, five instances. Rest of the persons understood the training correctly. They are trained that you have to go to the center, you are informed in the morning. The system as a whole has worked, except human error at 0.3% centers, that is 8 centers out of the system as a whole has worked, except human error at 0.3% centers, that is 8 centers out of 4,750.
All right. Now we'll go on to the.
Please come to the first report. I'll request is the please come to the first report. I'll request is the I've requested my friend to sit with me so that I can. He is Mr. Krishna, is additional director CBI, and the officer is the DIG CBI. I've requested my both of them have friend to sit with me so that I can. Wholesome work. He is Mr. Krishna, is additional director CBI, and 16. The officer is the DIG CBI. Both of them have done a first report. Wholesome. I'm not reading it. From para
First report,
1
no?
to first report 16.
This is you are reading para. Now, what are you reading, Mr.
No, first report. I'm not reading it. I'm just bringing
First report, no?
first report.
In the envelope.
If your lordship would like to see the sealed envelope, there is one.
Numbered paragraphs are all consecutively numbered.
No, the sealed envelope. It's interesting. If your lordship would like to see the sealed envelope along with this one OMR sheet, is put in one-time tearable plastic bag. The sealed envelope. It's interesting. It is like each paper. Along with I'll give to your lordship, because put in the one-time tearable plastic bag. I cannot repaste it. It is one-time tearable. Like it's not a glue stick. I'll give to your lordship.
Yes,
Thereafter, 24 papers I tear are packed in another pack. Repaste it. It is one-time
like
tearable.
this.
It's not
I don't want to demonstrate
glue
that.
stick. And thereafter, I have explained. Thereafter, 24 papers para 1 to 16 packed in another pack. At different level, there are 7
like
layers
this.
of security. I don't want to demonstrate that. And thereafter, I have explained from page 1 to para 1 to 16 how at different level there are 7 layers of securities. At page 4, at page 4, दे दो कोई भी एक पेपर.
Actually, judgment which one refer to.
एक नहीं है खुला. एक दे दो कोई भी एक पेपर.
Actually, judgment which one refer to.
one paper. I'll just give for your lordship's consideration. So that after this, your lordships would find what is the relevance in the investigation. So that after this, your lordships would find
is now
what is the relevance
paper
in
which
the
is exhausted.
investigation.
So there
I
is
can,
no difficulty. But
the
the
point
point is,
this is one time terrible.
a paper which is exhausted. So
If I
there is no difficulty.
open it
But the
once,
point is,
this is one time
cannot
terrible.
be
Be packed again. If I open it once, it cannot be packed again.
Is a skip or anything like that. It's
And
just-
this is opened by the students. Now the paper
These are skip or
which we
anything like
got
that.
and
It's
burnt
this is
paper
opened
which
by
we
the
got
students.
from Lord the now the paper
place where
which we
they
got
were asked to
burnt
memorize,
paper which we got
received
from
a
Lord
burnt
the,
paper.
now
place
every
where
paper
they
has
were asked to memorize.
in the
We
middle
received a burnt
a
paper.
unique
Now every
number.
paper
Every
has
student will have a
in
unique
the
number. I'll come
middle
to that. Just
a
bear this in
unique
mind. Number. Every student will have a unique number. I'll come to that. Just bear this in mind. Also, one sill here. Inside.
inside.
Also, inside
one
also.
sill here.
Inside, once you
Inside.
tear the
Inside.
inside also. Plastic paper. Inside, once
also-
you tear the
Yeah.
plastic.
Lord, please come
Plastic
to page
paper.
21, my lord, in this
This
context.
also, then my lord, come back to,
Lord, please come to page 21, my lord, in this context.
Lord, what they did
Then
was,
I'll,
my lord, come back to,
from Oasis School,
my lord, what
as
they
I
did
will
was,
point out, my lord, between 8 from
two
Oasis
to
School,
923.
as I
One
will
person
point out, my
enters,
lord,
we have the
between
CCTV
8
footage, etc.
2 to
He
923.
opens one of
One
the
person
trucks.
enters, we have
From
the
behind.
CCTV
From
footage,
behind.
etc. And opens one of the
gives
trucks
it to solvers.
behind.
There are
from
8
behind,
solvers.
and 20 questions
He gives
each,
it to
or
solvers.
25
There are
questions
8
each
solvers. Is distributed
and
amongst
20
them.
questions each,
Ensuring
or
that they do not
25
carry any
questions
mobile
each,
phones because they
is
don't want the
distributed
paper
amongst
to
them.
go beyond
Ensuring that
anyone
they
who
do
is
not
not
carry
who has
any
not
mobile
paid
phones
them.
because they don't want the paper
Now,
to go beyond
after that
anyone who is not
memorizing
who has not
exercise
paid
and
them.
after the students left, I'll come to
Now
that.
they
After
burn the
that
paper.
memorizing exercise
But
and after
page
the students
21,
left, I'll come to that.
This
They
piece
burned the paper, remained unburned.
But page 21, this
That
piece
was recovered by
remained
Bihar
unburned,
police.
and there is in the middle one
That
number.
was recovered by Bihar police.
This number
and
belongs
there is
to
in the
one
middle,
girl
one
who had already
number.
complained.
That the paper
This
which
number
I received
belongs to one
was
girl
sealed
who had
by-
already complained using
the
lighter.
paper which I received
The paper
was
which your
sealed
lordships have in
by
hand is one time terrible.
using lighter.
So the person who
paper which your
committed
lordships
theft
have in hand
Lord, is
tore
one
it.
time terrible. So he got the photographs,
person who committed
put
theft
it back,
And
Lord,
resealed it.
tore
and
it,
resealed it using the lighter,
got
not
the
the way-
photographs,
That girl
put
said
it
that
back.
there was a-
Yes, ma'am,
and
we have the
resealed it
statement of
using
that
the
girl
lighter,
also, that
not
yes,
the
my
way-
paper.
That girl
And
said that
this
there was
was
a-
also
Yes,
this.
ma'am,
We have the
was
statement
also
of that girl
broken.
also, that yes, my paper.
She complained.
And this was also
That girl?
this.
No, was
Yes,
also
sir, it's a
broken.
statement.
She complained.
When we
That girl
recorded
was
this,
by
In the-
CBI.
It's a statement.
yes,
Because
when
that-
we
what-
recorded
what-
this-
that CBI, CBI
Yes.
followed that lead because the
Number.
Number
Number. Because of the
CBI
number,
followed that
This
lead
number
because
belongs
the,
to only
Number.
one person.
and that
number.
was
Because of
recovered
the
from
number,
where?
this
From
number
the
belongs to
place
only one person.
where
Students
And that
were
number was
brought
recovered from
at
where?
around
from the
morning
place
of
where
5th. Students
that
were
papers would
brought
come
at
at around in the
papers
morning
would
of
come
5th.
in Patna.
That
papers
papers
would
would
come
come
in
by
bunch.
10:30, 10:45.
papers
It
would
came
come
into
in
Patna.
tranches.
The papers would come
One
by
subject was
10:30,
solved
10:45.
earlier, so it came
into
at
10:30.
tranches.
Second subject was solved
One
little
subject
later.
was solved earlier, so it came
So
at
it came at
10:30.
10:45.
Second subject was solved little
They were
later.
asked to memorize.
And then
So it
at
came at
12:45, and we have the CCTV
They were
footage
asked
of
to
where they
memorize.
gathered, and then
for the purpose
at
of going to that
12:45, and
school,
we have the
and
CCTV
they come
footage
back
of where they
to
gathered
that meeting
for
point
the
again
purpose of going
and
to that
disperse
school,
to their
and
respective
they come
centers.
back
to
because
that
they were
meeting
from
point
different
again
centers, not
and
from
disperse
this
to
school.
their
School is
respective
only
centers.
used for the purpose
Because
of
they were from
committing
different
theft
centers,
of the
not
paper.
from
Right.
this school.
School is
Thereafter,
only used for the
they
purpose of
burned committing theft of the paper.
Right.
You can thereafter, they
With
burned.
your lordship's permission.
Certainly.
Well, it knows it inside out. You can say.
Yep, you can tell him.
With
This,
your
this
lordship's
serial
permission.
number that is
Well, it
written on
knows
this
it inside
half-burnt
out.
page is a unique number. If there are 24 lakhs question papers being printed, there will be 24 lakhs such different codes. If there are 24 lakhs question and papers this serial being number printed, there will goes be to 24 Oasis lakhs school such different
only
codes. as per NTA record. And It this can't serial go to any number other goes center in to the country. Oasis school. So that is only how as we per went to NTA Oasis record. school and it can't said go that to any this other serial center number in the is country. supposed to come to you. So to that is whom how did we you went to issue Oasis this paper paper and to? said that It was issued this to serial one number genuine is girl supposed to come candidate. to you. To
was
whom
not
did you
involved in any
issue
case.
She was this not paper involved to? in any place. It was because issued the to one paper was not genuine stolen. girl There is no candidate.
She was
displacement
not
of the
involved
paper.
in any
She was
case.
not
Just
involved in any photographed place and because the replaced back. paper
And it
was
was
not
again put
stolen.
back in the
It was
paper.
again
No
put back and so it went to a genuine candidate in the normal
And it
course.
was again put back in
It
the
was
plan.
again and that genuine candidate found went the to a seal genuine here was candidate in the broken, normal course. that sticker. And that this genuine was also candidate found opened. The seal She here did was not broken. Complained to that the sticker. invigilator. She And kept this quiet, was but also to us, opened. she said this is she what she did found. not. So that complained to proves the that invigilator. It has been she tampered. kept quiet, That is but one to my us, lord. she said Secondly, this is what she found. These So pieces that were proves found in that Patna. It has been
This
tampered.
you
That is
found
one
where
my lord.
exactly? This
Secondly,
you found in Patna.
these Patna pieces that were found in Learns Patna. Boys High School,
This you
where
found where exactly?
about
This you found in
25
Patna.
candidates Patna were that gathered, Learns Boys and High School, the solved where paper was given. About 25 So the candidates original were paper gathered, was not taken and out. It was the replaced solved back, paper was given. but its So the printout original was taken paper was not and taken out. It circulated was to the replaced candidates. back, One paper but its per printout two, three was candidates. taken They sat in and a group and circulated started to the memorizing. candidates one paper And at the end per of 2-3 candidates, candidates, they sat in a so group they and have to started go to the memorizing centers it. because exam is And at at some the end centers of are far away, some the centers are 12:30 or nearby. so, they have to Then go they to the centers put because all of exam them is together at and 2. Some burnt it. centers are far
Girl
away,
was
some centers are
attempting,
nearby.
who was
Then they
actually,
put all of them together
girl
and
to
burnt
whom
it.
That, girl was attempting seal who was actually handed over. She was in which the girl to whom
She was
that,
in Hazaribagh
tampered,
Oasis School.
seal was handed over.
Because this serial number is allocated She was in to Hazaribagh Oasis Oasis Center, School. my lord.
She was in Oasis from
Because
NTA.
this
From
serial number is NTA, and allocated NTA to gives Oasis School unique Center, my lord. 24 lakh serial numbers
From
and
NTA.
so from that NTA. no And two NTA candidates in the gives country will unique get the same serial 24 number. lakh serial numbers. And this So serial that number, no one two candidate in the lakh country series will is get the same different serial for number. SBI. Another 24 And this lakh serial series number, is different for 124 lakh Canara series is So there different will be for almost SBI. 48 lakh Another codes. 24 lakh series is different for So Canara that is Bank. how with this So there piece will of be paper almost recovered in 48 Learns lakh Boys School in codes. Patna, we reached Hazaribagh. So that is how with this piece of paper Because recovered this in serial Learns number is Boys School allocated in to Patna, only
But
Oasis
this was
reached
otherwise to
Hazaribagh.
be destined for the Hazaribagh
Because
school.
this serial number is Hazaribagh allocated Oasis to school only alone. So there are Oasis
It was
centers.
otherwise to be the breach occurred in the Hazaribagh school.
No, my
So
lord.
it's breach
Hazaribagh
occurred
Oasis
again in-
School alone. So there are 5
It
centers
relate-
occurred in
the
Oasis
breach
School,
occurred
but
in
relate
Patna.
to Patna. No, my lord.
Where
It
the
was told
problem solving,
it-
etc.
it-
It was
it- problem
delayed in
solving
Oasis
also
school,
took place in
but relate to
Hazaribagh, my lord.
Hazaribagh, where these problem
Only
solving,
there were
etc.
two
took place.
groups problem of solving candidates. also took place in One Hazaribagh, benefit my lord.
Hazaribagh.
Group was in Hazaribagh. Only there were where the problem solving also took place in another floor of the same was building. in Hazaribagh, and the first floor girl solving also female candidates were there in the second floor. Male candidates were there. And the first floor girl the solvers, female candidates all the 7-8 second floor male candidates were together along with third floor the solvers were there. And all the 7-8 solvers and neither the candidates along with the solvers were allowed to bring the phones into that particular location. And neither the candidates and after this solution again digital image was taken and it was transmitted to Patna. And after this solution where one of the gang members of the accused and it was transmitted to
And you
Patna
recovered
Learns
this
Boys
burnt
High
thing
School where
from-
one of the gang members of the accused Learns Boys High School.
And you recovered this burnt thing from
From Patna,
From
from that school, Learns Boys High School, where there were 25 candidates.
Oh, I see.
Where there were 25 candidates.
Distributed this in the classroom.
Yes, sir.
So that person also.
The invigilator also did not.
This in the
That
class.
this will
That
be
Yes, sir.
again.
Yeah.
That person
He did not,
also
the
mind
invigilator
seal the
also
lighter.
did not.
The seal
That
is
this will be
tempered.
again.
Yeah.
If you
He did
reseal
not
any
mind.
plastic with a lighter, it will have burnt marks. Because if you,
My lord.
if you reseal any plastic with a lighter, it will have burnt marks.
My lord, these are 72 question papers, ma'am. This 4-5 such packets are kept in a trunk. This has got 3 packets of 24 question papers each. Inside separately packed. This has got 3 Now
packets of
on
24
24 question
the
paper
invigilator
sheets,
and center
inside
superintendent have to
separately
sign.
packed. Now, when we are opening, there is no tampering. The invigilator and center. So though there was a tampering and burnt from one side, when we are opening, there is no refixed.
One paper.
So though there was a tampering and burnt from one side, they have signed because the center superintendent and the city coordinator were also part of the conspiracy. They have signed because the center superintendent and the city coordinator were also part of the conspiracy.
Yes, he took money.
Arrested, yes,
He took money.
He is also part and parcel of this.
Coordinator
Yes,
was part of
he
this.
took
Yes,
money.
yes, my lord.
He took
Both
money.
are
Arrested. They are in
Both
custody.
are arrested. Apart from that, there is one
Coordinator
more
part of
middleman.
this.
Yes, sir. Yes, my lord.
They are arrested. They are in
The
custody.
gang. Apart from that, there is one more middleman. And the conspiracy was hatched. Was a bridge almost 2-3 months prior to the actual stealing. Because the conspiracy was one vulnerable center almost 2-3 months prior to the actual stealing. Because they have to identify one vulnerable center who is ready to accept the and give the access.
They had this conspiracy about 2 or 3 months back. But how is it that they confined the conspiracy to such a small group 2 or 3 months back? Human greed, otherwise, that they confined the conspiracy to such a small group of people. Profits which is going to human greed, otherwise, is that he would want to maximize only confine themselves which is 25 students.
No, my lord, we have given.
Only confine themselves to say 25.
We have given the figure in. No, my lord, we have given.
Once they had invested, they could have
We have given the figure in number 113.11.
155 students.
155. What happens is,
Para
since
number
they don't want the paper to
113.11.
go or their identity to be revealed to many people and exposing them to be arrested in advance, they revealed to many people and exposing them to be arrested in advance. Those who fall into the trap, they go to the give post-dated checks and some amount in advance. Those who fall into the post-dated checks also give post-dated checks and some amount in advance. Post-dated checks now cannot be encashed. We have recovered them.
The money is not
So
collected
post-dated
in
checks
one
now
tranche,
cannot be
my lord.
encashed. We have recovered
Initially,
them.
one token advance is taken. The money is not
the candidate is
in one
permitted to
tranche,
gain
my lord.
access to that
Initially, one
particular
token
location where
advance is
they're going to
taken.
distribute
So
the
the
salt
candidate is
paper.
permitted to gain access to
Now
that
he doesn't know
particular
whether
location
this is
where
the
they're
content
going to
which is going
distribute
to
the
come
salt
in the
paper.
exam.
So once he comes out of the examination
Now he
center,
doesn't
then
know
only
whether
he
this is the
confirms
content
that
which is
yes,
going to
what
come
you
in the
gave me
exam.
yesterday.
So once
is
he
the
comes
one-
out of the
or
examination
what you gave
center,
me
then
today
only
morning
he
is the one which
confirms that
came.
yes, what you
But there's
gave
no
me
evidence
yesterday
to
is the one,
indicate that the conspiracy
or what
was
you gave me
wider,
today
at least
morning
in
is the one
Jharkhand
which
and
came.
Bihar. But there's no
No,
evidence
my
to
lord.
indicate
What
that the conspiracy
we
was
found
wider,
so
at
far
least in
was that
Jharkhand and
there
Bihar.
were two locations in Hazaribagh. What we found so far was that there were and one location in Patna where this was shared after solving. And within Patna, and one location in Patna had a where this was shared of 6 female candidates. And within Patna on 4th itself, so they didn't want to keep the boys and girls in the female candidates under the same roof. So they put it in one of the boys and girls in the same those 6 under the same roof for the night. And next day morning, accused once it was stolen, those 6 photographed it for the night. And next day morning, it. Once then it was again stolen, a scanned copy was generated to the solvers to Patna through WhatsApp. Then again a scanned copy was printouts were taken about 15 copies of each set. Botany zoology in first. Their printouts were taken about 15 copies of each set. Botany zoology in first. Physics chemistry came at about 10:35 to 10:40 hours. So they took printouts and gave physics chemistry came at about 10:35 to 10:40 candidates. So they took since the girls were there in the other house. From here, one hard copy was taken to that. Since the girls were there in the other house, from here one hard copy was taken to that.
What about these statements which were recorded by the economic offences unit in Bihar?
My lord,
in the 4th of May.
Yes, yes.
And there seems to be an improvement in their subsequent statements when they say the leak took place between that. And there seems to be an improvement in their subsequent statements when they say the leak took place between that morning
file
hours
which we is given to
not
only that, my lord, in the page number 5.
Which one?
File which
Bihar
is
report.
given to the court, my lord, page number 5.
Which one?
The Bihar report.
First it was Bihar local police, then Bihar EOU. Lord, local police, it was Bihar local police. I was shown yesterday. Then Bihar EOU. Lord, recorded in a cut paste mode. So once I was shown yesterday. Paragraph mode is added in a cut paste
because we saw
so once
statement
paragraph
of
mode is added in every.
Because we saw the statement of Anurag Yadav. You will find it at page 132 of the file. And Anand at 88 of the file. At page 92 of the file.
Anurag Yadav at page 113 it is there, and 129 also it is there, my lord. Anurag Yadav at page 113 before that, my lord, in this report also it is there. My lordship may go to page number 5.
It's a repetition.
Before that, my lord, in this report, if page number my lordship may go to page number 5. This is the consolidated status page report number 5 prepared by EOU. This is the consolidated status one day before it was handed over by to CBI EOU. In that last one day before it was handed over to CBI, my lord. Last 3 lines, my lord. In that last paragraph, page number 5.
Now
Last 3 lines, my lord.
relay from Hazaribagh
Page number
to
5.
Patna. Now was through the mobile of relay from Hazaribagh to Patna of these scanned through the mobile of one of these problem took a picture solved answer sheets and answer sheets and sent. Has that mobile been seized? The solved answer sheets
No, my lord.
and sent.
They have
Now
destroyed some of the gadgets. And yesterday we recovered some of them. Now we have to examine them forensically. And yesterday we recovered some of them. Set of mobiles yesterday we recovered were from the same gang. Whether these were the same instruments were yesterday we recovered were from the same gang. Ascertained from FSL. But whether the same instruments were used for this offense or not has to be ascertained from FSL.
Or did it go somewhere else? The report will indicate
it will, if the WhatsApp chats are not deleted, then we will know where all it has gone. It will, if the WhatsApp chats are not deleted, from the interrogation they have destroyed those mobiles. But after the offense, apparently from the interrogation they have destroyed the fringe elements. 18 mobiles were recovered, my lord. The main core FSL report has come. The fringe elements, 18 mobiles were recovered, my lord. That FSL report has come.
Yesterday somewhere I was reading Malvier.
Para 50
to the river or something.
para 51 para 51 para 51 para 51 may kindly be seen in our report. Para 51 para 51 may kindly be seen. Para numbers are in seriatim, my lord. Para 51
First report.
para 51 first report. Para numbers are in seriatim, my lord. Para 51 para 51 last 3 lines, my lord. Sorry, para 52, my lord. Para 52, para 51 last 3 lines, my lord. Sorry, para 52, my lord. Para 52 last 3 lines. Para 52 para 52 it also may be seen, my lord.
Back to this page 21 of your
It
report.
also may be seen, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Back to this page 21 of your report.
Yes, my lord.
This is a book of an amateur.
Yes.
This is a professional would not commit this mistake. You would ensure that the entire paper is burned. Professional would not commit this mistake. You would ensure that the entire paper is burned. Numbers.
Yes,
You got the these numbers are to be found where on because of these
yes,
numbers.
inside every page it will be there.
These numbers are to be found
On the top
where
also, on the left, top left
Yes,
corner.
inside
it is
every
there,
page,
my
your
lord.
lordships can open it, but this is used.
On the top
paper,
also,
so
on the
it can
left,
be
top
open.
left corner.
But
it is
your
there, my lord.
lordships can open it, but this is used paper, so it can be open.
On the top left
Open the
corner,
way we
lordship,
open, my lord, the glued, it cannot be
you don't need
open the way
No,
we
you don't need a
open, my lord,
scissor.
you are not supposed to be having a scissor as a student.
what was done is
No, you don't need a
with the
scissor. You are not
camera in
supposed
the
to be having a
mobile,
scissor as a
it
student.
was done and a hard copy was downloaded. Camera in the mobile. So this is that hard copy which has been downloaded.
That's the reason why the girl student got her own
This
paper
is
that was
hard
earmarked.
copy which has been downloaded.
That's the reason why the girl student got her own paper that was
It's
earmarked.
on every page.
It's on every page, my
Idea
lord.
in clicking
He
this
doesn't have a
button,
choice.
this button.
It's on every page.
It's on every page, my
Entire
lord.
booklet was
He doesn't have a choice.
photographed
Each
by-
page, each page.
Each page. Entire
Thereafter,
booklet
it was put back in the
photographed.
envelope
Each page, each page.
Each page.
and tried to reseal.
Thereafter, it was put back in the
lighter.
envelope.
As per the CCTV
tried
footage,
to
my lord, he
reseal
had
with
1 hour, 20
lighter.
minutes. As per the CCTV footage, my lord, he had 1 hour, 20 minutes. Yes. Even the OMR sheet will have the same number, my lord. The OMR sheet and question paper are OMR matched. Sheet will have the same number, my lord. The OMR sheet and question paper are matched. They come in the same packet.
Good.
As my lord,
Good.
as my lord,
Same row. Same row.
Hello. Hello.
What is the nature of the forensic evidence that we have? What is the nature of the forensic evidence? Transmission of the data that we have in regard to the the transmission of the data. Fact that there was a leak. We now know that there was a leak. On the
And my lord,
what we are unsure fact about that there was a leak. We now know that there was a leak.
and my lord,
What we are unsure about to what extent was the time the leak took place. Now, the leak takes, there is a leak. Extent was the leak according to the investigation. The leak takes place. There is a leak. Now, according to the investigation, the leak takes solved question paper is then transmitted. The electronic question paper is then transmitted. Now, by electronic mode, do we have any forensic evidence to indicate now how do we know data was transferred? Any forensic evidence the data was transferred? How that data was transferred and to which phones the data was transferred?
This is the report of the Patna police, which has been submitted. Before page number 43, 44. There are more number of burnt which has been submitted. My lord, page number 43, 44. Semi-burnt. There are more all those. The same serial number is figuring. Semi-burnt pieces. In all those, that means the same serial number is figuring of the Oasis Center. That means
and that serial number is of the school.
Of the Oasis Center. All these burnt pieces belong to one question paper. Now, that means it is not that 4-5 question papers were stolen one question and burnt, because the serial number then has to be different on each piece of paper. Were stolen and burnt, because the serial number then has to be different on each piece of paper.
And the serial number of the question paper will have the center number. It has two things. And the serial number of the question paper.
Serial number of the question.
And there's only one two things: the center number and the serial number of the question paper.
Supposing we say
and there's only one which has been.
This paper got, my lord, this serial number paper got leaked on 4th paper got, for example, this serial number paper got leaked. Now, on 4th, supposing this paper has got leaked on the previous day itself, on 4th. Now, if supposing this paper has got leaked on the previous day itself, on 4th, there was a confusion in regard to Anurag Yadav's statement. For the petitioner was also mentioning, and we have CCTV footage of the main accused Pankaj Kumar alias. We have CCTV footage of the main accused that he has accessed the strong room of Oasis Center right now in our custody. As per CCTV, that he has accessed the strong room of Oasis Center 9:23 a.m. on 5th. As per CCTV, so that was the time when he has access to this particular serial number. So that was the time when he has access to this particular serial number.
Both footages from where when he's entering, when he's leaving, or when
both control room, both where the trunks were placed, and exit from the control room where the trunks were placed, and the photograph of both the trunks exit from the control room before it was locked, and the photograph of both the trunks from the safe vault of before it was locked, and when they were opened again for all other witnesses and all, that photographs also we have, and when they were opened again for all other witnesses and all, that photographs also we have given, my lord, in custody. My lord, there are two doors to the control room. This particular control custody. The front door was locked. There are two doors to the control. The key was this particular central superintendent. The front door was the inside bolt of the rear door was kept deliberately open by the central superintendent. But the inside bolt of the rear door was kept deliberately open by the central superintendent to allow somebody to enter. And as part of the conspiracy, this person who I named to allow somebody to enter the staff room whose door is just adjacent to the rear door of the control in the staff room. It is hardly whose door is just open the other door and enter rear door of the control. So 7, it is hardly 2 steps 53 to open the other door and enter front door of the control room is locked. 7 and everybody goes to inspect the examination door of the control room is locked. From the rear door, everybody goes to inspect this man examination halls, etc.
At this
From the
juncture,
rear
please see
door
what
at 802, this man
second status
enters.
report, page 11. At this juncture,
So
please
this
see
man
what
enters at about 8:03,
second status
about 8:02.
report, page 11.
8:02. He enters from man enters at about 8:03, about 8:02. 8:02. He enters from at about 8:20. That is recorded. Movement is recorded on the
9:23.
CCTV.
There are
So he's inside for almost 1.5 hours.
Because my lord, there are 7 layers of packing.
So he's inside
What we
for
showed,
almost 1.5
my
hours.
lordship, is only an individual question paper which comes in. What we showed, my lordship, is only an individual question paper which comes in, and this is again put in a trunk. Then trunk has 2 locks in the front. And this is again put in a trunk. Is put in another carton box. Then trunk has where the image can be seen at page number 11. And trunk is put in another carton box where the image can be seen at page number 11 of the second status
If you
report.
open the trunk from behind, how
He has
do you
opened
use that? What kind of equipment he has to open the trunk?
He had an exhaustive toolkit bag.
What kind of
The
equipment
bag
he
was
has to
kept
open the
in
trunk?
the control room by the center superintendent on the bag was kept in the control room by the center superintendent on the 4th. My lordship, it's the responsibility of the center superintendent itself. So
He is
my
the
lordship,
party
it's
to.
as a party responsibility of the center superintendent itself. Which
He
is
is the
given by
party to.
same, he as a party to it, he kept that 2 days
He kept the
prior
toolkit
and
in
he
that.
keeps it there. Which is given by same, doesn't carry the toolkit because he comes out empty-handed and he keeps it there. This man uses, doesn't carry the toolkit because he comes out empty-handed. Digital photographs and walks. That is also, he enters the campus at 7:12. Phone, digital photographs and goes into the staff room. He enters the campus at 7:12. At 8:02, he enters goes into the staff room and sits there. 9:23 at 8:02 he enters and 9:24 he exits the center. And
How do we
9:23 he exits the control room and 9:24 he exits the center.
But how do we main accused Pankaj sort of that he hypothesize the that images main accused Pankaj of the that he sent he first took a photograph images, then he takes it to the problem solvers. He first took a photograph,
Sends it
then he takes it to the
immediately
problem
after he
solvers.
exits the campus to the problem solvers. Sends it where
Problem solvers are also
immediately
in
after
Hazaribagh.
he exits the campus to the problem solvers, which is named
Problem
on the
solvers are also in Hazaribagh.
They are in
Now,
Hazaribagh in a guest house. And there is a
is it-
printer there
right,
named in
and
our
from-
report, my lord,
from
on the
once
3rd
they
floor.
are solved by the problem solvers.
And there is a
is it,
printer there.
They are remitted by whom? Once they are solved by the problem
By the
solvers.
same accused.
To Patna.
Pankaj
They are
also goes to
remitted
that
by
same
whom?
location.
Again by the same accused.
They have a group of several people. Pankaj also goes to that same
How do we rule
location.
out this that
And
Pankaj
they
may
have
sent
a
it
group
to
of
other
several
locations
people there,
also?
about 9 persons. But
How
so
do we
far,
rule out this
from
that
the
Pankaj may have sent it
investigation
to
and
other
interrogation of the
locations also?
accused, we found only 4 locations, my lord, investigation and interrogation of the accused. We found only 4 locations, my lord, 2 in Patna and 2 in Hazaribagh. The top gangster is somebody. Below that, there are about 5 main persons, out of which top gangster we have arrested and they are in our custody. Below that, there are about 5 main persons, out of which, and below that, they have arrested and they are in our custody. Mobilize the candidates, some people who, and below that, they have some people who, mobilize the candidates, some people who identify the safe house, some people who,
Is the top gangster also in custody or no?
not yet.
Solvers are in custody. How did the solvers actually transmit? Solvers are in custody. Were they solving the question? The solvers, they were solving them on paper. What were they doing?
Yeah, ma'am.
Were they solving the question?
For example,
digitally? They were
my lordship may
solving them
see
on paper. What were
Page
they doing?
50 and 51, you can see For the example, tick marks my lordship on may the see hard copy. Page 50 and half 51, burnt. you can see the tick The mark. size of this tick on mark the hard copy is half different burnt. from the size of the tick mark. The which size we of this recovered tick from mark the candidate is the girl different from candidate the size of the OAS. tick mark. She which has we put a recovered small from tick. the And in candidate, that, the girl for candidate every OAS. question, there is only She one has tick. put a small. She thought it was the And in correct that, For
So
every
this
question, there
tick
is
is
only
on
one
another
tick
hard
what she
copy.
thought it was the
No,
correct
no,
answer.
one clarification.
On a
So
printout.
this tick is on another hard copy.
The man enters that one clarification.
On a
Control room,
printout.
what control room?
Control room they call
The
it.
man
It's a
enters
hall.
that control room, what the control was?
Control room they
That's
call it.
for
It's
1
a hall.
hour and
20 minutes. 21 minutes.
He must have taken time to open the trunk from behind.
20 minutes.
He took out
21
one
minutes.
question paper. He must have taken time to open the trunk from behind. Given to that. He took out one question paper. Then he clicks pictures on his mobile. Was given to from that his girl. Mobile. Then he clicks pictures on his mobile.
Not to the solvers,
From
my
his
lord. He
mobile,
forwards it to
he
one of their
forwards
own
it to the
counterpart
solvers.
who is not to the solvers, my lord. He forwards it to one of their own
Forwards it to
counterpart who is with the solvers.
in company of the solvers at the desktop.
Yes.
Then he must have completed that of the solvers.
He takes a hard printout. Yes.
This is that he must have parted that with the solver.
He takes a hard
Called
printout.
This
printout.
is that
One
burnt
second,
thing
madam.
is the hard. Okay.
The sol-
Printout.
After the solver.
Called
All
printout.
the
One
question
second,
paper.
madam. It's again
Okay,
scanned.
so
Solve
after the solvers.
by the same
all the
accused
question
who are
paper.
there. It's again scanned. Pankaj also is
By
there.
whom?
By the same accused
Pankaj is also
who are there with him.
Scanned copy.
Pankaj also
was
is
sent to Patna. Pankaj is
Yes.
also there.
Pankaj
It
is
is
also.
And also to one other location.
Another center in Hazaribagh. Sent to
Yes.
Patna. And
Yes.
to Patna. It is
And also to one other location.
Another center in Hazaribagh.
Yes.
And to Patna. That this scanned copy has been sent sort of to no other centers other than one more at Hazaribagh and one at Patna.
My lord,
No other centers other than one more at Hazaribagh and one at Patna. If we had forensic data, then there would be electronic footprints. We don't have forensic data to, if we had forensic data, then there would be electronic footprints that this was
That
sent
is
to
why
this.
I gave
this
the
was sent to
figures,
this number.
because the time available for them to impart is why I gave the figures. Whatever they because the time available for hardly 1.5 hours to 2 hours. This Lord, whatever they have
therefore,
stolen
even the students who
hardly
are
1.5
now
hours to 2
caught,
hours. Those who are beneficiaries,
and
according
therefore,
to us.
even the
You know what?
students
They
who are
also did not
now
fare well.
caught,
Earlier we
Those who
thought
are
that,
beneficiaries, according to us.
because you know what?
They also did not fare well.
Earlier we thought that he comes to the center at about 9:30 and 45 minutes is given to the problem solvers. Center at about 9:30 and 45 minutes is given to the question paper at 8:30. The problem
No, my
solvers
lord.
probably
At around
got the question
9:24
paper
after he
at
comes out, he
8:30 itself.
transmits. No, my lord. At around
That's the statements of the notice.
9:24 after he comes out, he transmits.
These are the
As per
statements.
the-
That's the statements of the
Mobile is
notice.
not available and that co-conspirator in
These are the statements.
in
Hazaribagh
Hazaribagh mobile is
guest house
not available
so
and
far
that
away.
co-conspirator in
Hazaribagh's guest house is not so far away. Even the person who received, we have arrested him in Hazaribagh. Even the person who received, we have arrested him
like Abdullah.
in Hazaribagh.
Like Abdullah.